Hello everyone. I almost hate to, as tempting as it is to let the full 11-minute track go through. Um, I do have a stream I want to get to, so I'm sorry to. I almost feel like I have to apologize to Lorient to Star. Like I'm sorry. I have to cut the song short. But hello everyone. So this is gonna be one of those chill streams. Not gonna be playing any video games, just chatting with you all. Richard's gonna join me in just a bit. I think he's out walking his dog right now, but I'm going to pop over Discord while I wait for him. But I hope you all are doing well. I wanted to do this because I don't think I've ever done a post-mortem of the Game Awards that wasn't in the actual stream itself. Hey, David. Oh, doing fine. Excellent. Because I feel like the post show, if you can even call it that, after the Game Awards that I did on Thursday was very short. And I had my reason just because I wanted to go. I feel like I probably would have been on longer if Sandfall hadn't dropped the new free update for Expedition 33, and I really wanted to go check that out. But in place of that, I'm going to be doing today, which is just a longer version of what I usually do at the end of the stream. I just have Richard with me. He'll be in a bit, but we're going to be talking about kind of general impressions of it now that we've had a few days to sit on what happened, kind of the highlights, maybe the lows. I definitely have some lows in there. And I also curated a playlist of the trailers that I personally wanted to talk about. Not everything is going to be in this. Like, for the record, I don't have Control Resonance, I think it's called. I don't have Control Resonance in this playlist just because it's not... I'm not a fan of Remedy, if I'm being honest, so I don't really have much to say about Control Resonance other than I'm happy for the people who really like Control. Excuse me while I take a sip of coffee. I actually forgot I didn't have coffee this morning, so this live stream is also a good excuse to make a cup of coffee. What else don't I have in here? I don't have the new Tomb Raider game because that was just like a CG trailer. I don't have the remake either. I don't remember if they showed actual like raw gameplay in that, so I'm not gonna. There are certain trailers in this playlist that are just CG trailers, but there are things that I can pull from and talk about with Richard that I feel like would be interesting. I'm sure Richard will mention the stuff that he found the most interesting in the first segment. But as for my overall impressions of the Game Awards, I actually think, now that I've had more time to think about it, I would say as far as pacing, this was maybe the best one yet. I'm sure there are others that had much more exciting reveals for me personally, even though there were a larger than average number of reveals in this Game Awards that personally appeal to me. I feel like they got the pacing down really well. I think the big weakness, outside of a few bumps in the road as far as the pacing, especially towards the end, is maybe the placement of some of these announcements. I think that the most obvious example of that complaint is High Guard, which I'll talk about later. But I thought the placing of that game within the Game Awards was maybe the biggest mistake they made. And I don't know whose idea it was to end with that. I don't know if the developer paid extra to get that at the end, or if Jeff was just so blown away by the game that he maybe threw them a bone and went, let's give you guys the final. Let's give you guys the one last thing. And when it comes to the Game Awards, one last things tend to be, I'd say, pretty good in most cases. But I feel like this and that really terrible Fast and Furious game that ended up getting delisted. were like the two biggest like duds as far as the one last game that the Game Awards have ever done. Because man, I mean, we're gonna read some of the comments when we get to the playlist, but man, some of these comments, holy shit, they are brutal. And the like to dislike ratio, I mean, even with the add-on, it's not really that super reliant. It's not 100% accurate, but I'd say close enough. And you know what the saying is, you know, perception is reality. But man, you look at some of these. Yeah, I'm looking at the IGN high guard one, and it's like 2.8k like to 24k dislike. Like, it is bad, man. Like, it is really bad. But I just thought the Game Awards was pretty good. I know it's a good Game Awards because I wasn't groaning during like in the midway, like, oh my god, or like slouching back in my chair and going, oh my god, this is gonna be terrible, this is going on for way too long. I feel like they had a pretty good number of things that actually interested me peppered in throughout the stream that kept my attention just long enough. And I mean, this is a personal perspective because I adore the game, but seeing Claire Obscure win lots of awards definitely kept me going throughout, and seeing the good people at Sandfall get their, you know, get the trophies and go up on stage and speak, especially Lorien Tostard, who I'm a big fan of now. Oh, by the way, I said in the stream, one of the reasons I was really excited about the upcoming, I didn't know they were going to drop it that night when they won Game of the Year, but when they talked about the upcoming DLC, I said one of the things that I'm looking forward to the most, probably the thing I was looking forward to the most, was the new music. And man, some of these new tracks in the DLC are so good. Like, it is insane how varied as far as genre Lorien Tostard is as a composer. Because there's one track in this DLC. I'm not going to spoil what the context is in case you haven't played the update yourselves, but man, he goes full on dubstep, and it is awesome, and it fits the fight so fucking well. But oh, ready when you are. Cool. Okay. I was just about to finish typing to you, Richard. Oh, there we go. Hello.
Yo,
Yo. So
well,
I was just finishing talking about general impressions of the Game Awards. So what did you think of it now that you've had a few days to sit
I
on it?
mean, I'm be real. I mean, I was also lacking sleep that same day, so like towards like maybe like the end, I was like falling asleep.
Okay.
But
That's fair.
but also presentation wise, it was better compared to most years.
Yeah, I definitely agree with
So
that.
I'll give it that. But yeah, in terms of announcements though, I was there wasn't really much for me besides fucking Bradley the Badger
Oh, we'll get to
announced.
that. Oh yeah. I have that on the
And
list.
what was another one? I mean, there were some that caught my interest, but I was like, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure how to feel about it. Like the, what was that? What was that one zombie game that they showed? It's called like Stupid.
Oh, damn. Hold on. I know. Hold on. I know what you're talking about. It's like stop being stupid or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I don't know.
But
I was like, okay. Like, that was one of the
like,
ones I was like, okay.
I mean, the gameplay looks fine, but just judging by the name of it, I'm just like, I already know the game's gonna be something that's super duper cringe, and I don't mean by the, I mean, I'm a cringe person, but
Stupid never dies. That's what it's called.
there we go. I know I'm a cringe person, but when I saw the name, when I think of the name now, I just think of like, this is probably gonna be the bad kind of cringe. the bad kind. So
I'm looking at who's involved, and I guess um Hiroyuki Kobayashi, who used to work at Capcom, he's involved with it, and I'm like, okay, there's some Capcom talent involved as far as like I don't know if he's the creative director behind this, but it is. Now, what are his credits specifically? Hold on, let me look this up. I didn't plan on talking about Stupid Never Dies, but I'm gonna now that I'm like, okay, let me see.
Stupid Never Dies. The plot is, I guess, some zombie. His girlfriend dies. I guess
Something
so.
like that.
He's trying to resurrect her.
Oh, he's from like way back in the day at Capcom. Oh, okay. So he worked on like RE1 as a programmer, and then he's just produced a bunch of games like legendary Capcom games, like RE4, Killer 7, RE2. Oh no, RE2. Sorry, he was a programmer. He's a producer on like DMC, the RE remake. So this is some like veteran talent at Capcom, but he left back in 2022, and he's another one of the similar to Nagoshi, who we're gonna talk about later with Gang of Dragon, who left to join NetEase when they were in their hiring spree. And this is a NetEase studio. It's called GP Track 50 Studio. It's not really a good name, but it is what it is.
GP
So
track. So let's see, like
GP Track 50, and it's like all in caps. So it's called that. Again, not the
that's
catchiest name in the world, but it's something, I guess. Um yeah, I'd have to watch the trailer again, which I'm not going to on this, just because it wasn't one of the ones that really caught my attention. I think it was. Didn't it come out right after Bradley the Badger in the stream?
I don't remember, but when I saw it, I'm just like, as soon as I saw the name, I'm like, what?
I think that was one of the ones where I looked at it, and I think that was just a moment where I was more processing or trying to find it. I think that was when I was trying to find information about Bradley the Badger, if any information had popped up while the stream was happening.
No, yeah, but Stupid Never Dies. I'm kind of like, I have mixed feelings about it right now. I don't. The gameplay looks fine, but I don't know how to feel
But,
overall.
let's see. So what were like were there any like major cringe moments for you? Because like the Game Awards are kind of like infamous, I guess, for some cringe moment.
Um, well, the fact that Jeff Keighley kind of acknowledged that he supposedly slept with Miss Piggy.
Oh God.
Yeah, that I was like,
I will say
okay.
I thought the Muppet shit went on for way too long this year. I thought it was much better last year. I think when they just had the two. What the fuck are the old guys' names? The
Statler
Muppets.
and Waldorf.
Yeah, when they were there and they were just making fun of him, I went, "Oh, okay, this is actually kind of funny. I like that."
They actually fit well with the
They
show.
did. And then this time, I think in theory Miss Piggy and Rolf,
Ralph.
yeah, and Rolf doing their thing, their like comedy skit. I feel like that would have been better if Miss Piggy was not constantly coming up to the stage before that bit, because like I like Miss Piggy, but it's like a little of her goes a very long way for me, especially when you even in like the movies, she is like far and away my least favorite part of the Muppets, like far and away my least favorite.
Oh yeah, no,
So
I agree.
I
I
just
agree.
yeah, but I just look at I get that. Listen, I get that Jeff Keighley loves the Muppets. I get that they're like a big childhood thing for him. I understand that. It's just you got a show to do, dude. Like stop having goddamn Miss Piggy pop up on the stage and fucking going like Jeff and doing like her shtick. To me it like got old after a while.
Honestly, if they were honestly, it kind of didn't make any sense to have Miss Piggy there because I'm just like, would Miss Piggy even play video games? That's what I wondered.
Well, it doesn't.
Because
It's all about. I understand the like what Jeff was trying to do with this because I'm sure he planned out this skit with Henson Company, but I because like the Muppets are all about it's like musical theater. That's like their thing, so it makes sense to have them be there. Them being there is not my problem. It's just how they're utilized, and like this to me was probably the most annoying utilization of them so far in the Game Awards. I could be wrong. Maybe there was another year where I wanted to like kill them, but
I don't I don't think so. The all the other previous years, I think you were like fine with it. Like you saw
I kind of yeah.
Animal was
Oh
pretty
yeah, yeah,
funny.
yeah. That was funny when he was
Kojima.
yeah, yeah. That was funny. That was cute.
The Beaker.
That's fine. There's Gonzo was there 1 year. Has
Gonzo
Kermit
was
ever been there?
no, dude. I'm gonna be real. I don't think they even. I don't. That's the one thing I've wondered. But honestly, my gut is telling me the reason why they don't want to probably bring up Kermit is just because of how awful his voice is.
Oh
I'm
really?
just like I know you
I
haven't heard his voice,
no, I
but
haven't.
it is so bad. It is so bad. Like you hear it and you'll be able to tell like you
I'll
don't
want to
feel
drink
Kermit's
bleach.
soul.
Eesh.
You don't feel Kermit's soul there anymore. Especially and it sucks because we're never getting Steve Whitmire back at this point. It
Yeah,
makes me sad.
it is what it
But
is for me. But yeah.
no, yeah. But other than that, pacing it was fine for the most part. I mean the Street Fighter
Oh
reveal.
god. Ugh. I was just thinking about that. Not that the movie like I went back later and watched the movie footage. Like it looks fine. It looks like campy like Street Fighter. I just felt like getting all of them on stage at once, and then that fucking cretin Andrew Schultz making a joke about like let's get the Mortal Kombat 2 out here, and then like it's like obviously it was supposed to be a bit, and they're like, oh, they only care about money. I care about pleasing you guys and making money, and I'm like, oh, I hate this guy so much. I really hate this guy is so annoying. I
Oh,
can't.
and then the commercial breaks when what's her face would say what's her face said whenever she would say like she signed an NDA, but then she said she was
Oh,
gonna
what's her
release
name?
it.
I should know her damn name by now, just because I've seen her so many times.
I
Sydney
forget her.
Goodman or some shit like
Yeah,
something like that.
yep, yep.
Okay.
I believe that's the name. Yeah, that, and then to top it off, she would also always be promoting all the discounts in the Amazon store. I'm
I
just like,
hated, dude. I felt like they did this twice that I really hated just because I love Expedition 33. I hated that at the end, literally right after two of the times that Claire Obscure won. I think it was after best soundtrack and best not narrative, best game direction. They had a moment where it just hard cut from this beautiful moment of them being on stage, especially Laurie and Tostard and Alice. Um, they were like on stage and they were like very humble and sweet. And then you hard cut to fucking Sydney Goodman going, for a limited time, you can get 25% off on Amazon. I'm going like, oh God, no. Oh no. Not here. Not like right after this nice human moment. And we're going back to the corpo slop over here. Like, no
yeah,
thanks.
I hate corporate. I
I
mean, the
will
game
say
industry
though,
was
like
always
speaking of corpo slop, I will say that the anime waifu gacha game shit was a little bit toned down compared to past years. I'll
oh
give
of
it that.
course.
I'll give
Yeah,
it that much.
yes, that is true.
I think there's only like maybe one or two times where Jeff like looked at the camera and went, "Oh, here's the new fucking Hoyoverse thing, and I'm going, oh god, no, no, no.
You had how many phone breaks throughout this show? I think
Oh,
you had like
this must
three
have been
phone breaks.
to be fair though, I didn't have phone breaks. I was like, I dipped out because I had to take care of stuff out in the kitchen because I was making dinner, and then I had to like give my dogs medication and then feed my dogs, and it's like, okay, I gotta go. It's not like I feel like I picked the best moments this year because sometimes I leave and then I get bit in the ass by like an announcement that I actually like. Like I think the worst was when Death Stranding 2 was announced, and I was like right in the middle of feeding my dogs, so I had to like come back and like look at the screen like at this odd angle off camera because I was like watching my dog eat at the same time,
Hmm.
and I was just like, "Fuck!" Like I want to watch this, and this is like the worst timing possible because I expected that year to them to show Death Stranding 2 at the end, not damn near at the beginning. Oh, speaking of Kojima, no Kojima on stage this year. That's new.
Yeah,
It's happened before, but
that was yeah, that is true. No
considering he's got
Kojima.
like multiple projects, not like video games in the works, I'm really surprised that Jeff didn't give his husband like a free slot to just promote whatever. Like they he let Kojima go on that one year and fucking talk about his podcast. And like I'm sure you could because dude they had that whole like big Kojima Productions anniversary event and they were fucking talking about anime and TV shows and movies, and I'm going like, okay, like I'm really surprised that Jeff didn't give a similar slot to his husband on this show.
What? Oh no, that's wait. So for
They have two
Kojima.
Death Stranding shows in the works now, I think.
Oh
And
my
I'm like,
gosh.
guys, I like Death Stranding a lot. Death Stranding is not that special to where you need all these fucking TV shows and movies, and it's like, no, I don't need this.
I think Kojima wants to be in the entertainment industry, not
He
just
does. Like
gaming. He wants to do movies, anime. I don't know what his movie tastes are exactly,
it's
but
very his taste in movies are very boring. Like I like Kojima. I love Kojima. I respect the man greatly as a creator, but I do not go to the guy for movie reviews. Like I just don't. I'm sorry. Like I just think his taste in movies is very boring. That's just my opinion.
no, that's fair.
Like anytime he does one of these reviews on Twitter and I look at them, I'm like, dude, this is the most shallow criticism I've ever heard. It's the most like shallow film analysis ever. Like, I don't know. I feel like the things he gets right from movies, which is like the ambiance and the mise en scene and the like editing and stuff like that. I feel like that translates really well to his games because they have such like a cinematic flair to them that works really well. But I don't go to the guy for like deep analysis on a movie or anything like that. Just make your damn horror game and shut up. Cause like that's the thing. I was really surprised OD wasn't there. I was really surprised. Like, like this probably is a little too early because it's probably gonna be a PS6 game. But that new one, the Fizzant that he's got in the works, like I really wouldn't be shocked if we saw that again within the next year, considering how quickly he makes these fucking games, which is like super impressive. Considering he's like not a one man band, but he's a considering like within the last 10 years he left Konami, made a studio, survived COVID, went through multiple writers and actor strikes, has to like work himself to the bone to get funding, to go travel around the world and recruit people. It's like it's really impressive what Kojima Productions has managed to do within like less than 10 years. That's like crazy to me. It's awesome. Or I guess over 10 years now, but 10 less than 10 years at the time Death Stranding 2 came out. Like dude, some studios can't even get a game out in the fucking console generation these days. And here's Kojima popping out like two big ass games in the span of less than 10 years while making a new studio. That's impressive as hell. I fucking love Kojima Productions, dude. Love them. I'll
Yeah.
defend Kojima Productions and Kojima against anyone talking shit about them.
Okay. All right. All right. No, yeah, that's fair.
But
That's fair.
I'm trying to think of one moment I really liked in the beginning is when Jeff Keighley talked about his dad. I thought
Oh yeah, no,
that
that
was
that
really
was pretty.
nice.
That was pretty. I didn't know. Like I said, when we were watching the stream, I didn't know he lost his house to the
I didn't know
fires
that either. Yeah,
earlier this year. Like I remember, gosh, looking back at that, it's like holy shit, I can't believe how bad it was.
yeah, it
It
was
like
pretty awful.
like I even saw I remember seeing images like how it basically looked like hell, and I'm just like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it did. I'm just like,
Yeah.
holy shit. But yeah, no, I mean, I hope, I'm pretty sure. I mean, Jeff's doing good. It seems like. I mean, hopefully his house is rebuilt or.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how wealthy you are. You're not spared from tragedy. Which Jeff Keighley is technically a nepo baby, considering his dad is like super duper. Which his dad was like super duper wealthy and influential and whatever. But it's like, sure, like he's a nepo baby, but I feel like by this point, Jeff Keighley has really, even with my criticisms of him, considering he's like the human face of the AAA games industry, like the PR positive, squeaky clean spin on it, not including like all the dirty shit that happens behind the scenes. I feel like he doesn't get enough credit with like because these award shows are basically his life. Which is like
Yep.
I don't think he's like married. I don't think he has kids.
No.
It just really generally feels like he does not have that much of a life outside of preparing for these award shows like Summer Games
No.
Fest, and then he does the Gamescom, and then he does the Game Awards, and it's just like constant planning and meetings and planning and meetings, and it's like I've never seen this guy be like post on Twitter like, "Oh, I'm out here doing this thing," or "I'm out here at this location and I'm having fun with my friends." It's always like anytime he posts pictures when he's hanging out with somebody, it's always like a business trip or it's him meeting with a creator possibly to get a spot at one of his award shows or one of his like opening night live kind of shit. So I have to respect Keely on in that regard for the hustle that he does. Basically, he's basically like dedicating his life to promoting video games, which is I can kind of respect that in a sense.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that.
But before we get to the games, did you have anything else you wanted to add about the Game Awards? Any moments that stood out to you?
Um, not not well, one when he said that when he made the announcement that sometimes anything can happen at the Game Awards, even if it's like a dead franchise. I mean, look, I'm happy for the Mega Man fans, but when I
I
think
know
of a
where
dead franchise,
I know where this is going.
I'm talking about something that's super dormant,
Yeah.
something that we haven't heard in years or ages.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, when was the last time a Mega Man game came out? 'Cause, I mean, Mega Man's
2018.
rel
2018 was the last
okay. I
time.
mean, but Mega Man's okay. Yeah, that's quite a long time. But I mean, it's not like Mega Man isn't relevant. I mean, Mega Man has its relevancy at least.
It's basically been getting the Ace Attorney treatment where it's a lot of remastered collections. Which is
Yes,
fine. I'm not against that at all. I'm okay with that.
I know.
Like
I'm okay with that too.
fucking Xbox could take a hint doing some of this shit for some of their old franchises that they have.
Yes.
Take a fucking hint.
Oh my gosh.
I don't get it, dude. Like how Capcom can release all of these remaster collections of these like games that are maybe only gonna like appeal to very specific kinds of people. They can do them, not have anywhere near the amount of IPs and money that something like Xbox or PlayStation do, and yet they still do them. and they're really good, high quality remasters.
Yeah.
I just it's that is like probably one of my biggest points of frustration. How like Capcom, I feel like, is the gold standard when it comes to these remaster collections. Like they're so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. They are. I mean, not all of them are perfect though. Not all of them are perfect.
No, but they exist. Like
Yeah,
they
that's
at least exist. They make them and they get them out the door. And then you
yeah.
have like dumbass Xbox being like, "Duh, we don't have enough resources to get these old classics remastered. We don't have enough to get Banjo-Kazooie out there." Besides like Rare Replay that's stuck on the Xbox One. Sure, you can play it on the
Right.
Series X. I get that. But it's like you have to then download the Xbox 360 version of Banjo-Kazooie or Conquer, and then you have to sign in with your account on there. And it's like, guys, just make a damn native version of these old games, like, for fuck's sake. Like, ugh.
Could they port Rare Replay over to other consoles now since they're basically
They would have
quote
to
unquote
remaster they would have to get Banjo-Kazooie off of the 360 version and make like a native. They'd have to make a native Xbox One version, but again, I you're Microsoft. Get it together. Like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it that Microsoft can't do this. They totally
yeah.
can. Come on. Like, seriously?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had overall to say about the show.
Oh,
Nothing
okay,
else
okay.
really got me got me
Yeah.
really.
So, the I don't know how we're going to do this. So, I'll probably like screen share to you on Discord so you can check it out as
Yeah.
well, what I'm going to
No,
be.
no, yeah, absolutely. We can go order by order what
Yeah.
games were announced.
Well, we're not going to go order by order. I just put what is the most like personally appeals to me. Like
Oh,
it's a mix of things that personally appeal to me and things that I feel like are worthy of discussion because of what I guess they represent. So I'm gonna start with the worst, probably like the most like
oh, this one
probably
I
the
saw.
most like dud of an announcement at this.
Yeah.
Like, and I will say, and we're talking about High Guard, and this is from, I think it's called Wildflower Entertainment. I think that's the name of the studio, but man. So like this game is not for me at all, but I kind of feel bad for the developers in this case because when you actually watch, yeah, Wildlight. I feel bad for Wildlight because like when you actually watch this trailer, first of all, I think it's a very bad trailer because it doesn't really explain what this is very well. Because people think it's some like generic hero shooter, which it might be because it does look like it has those like hero elements, and I too am getting a little tired of hero shooters. But there are elements of this that could be fun, especially if depending on how many players can get into a match at once. Hey Nero, how's it going? No, you're good. But I thought they just did a terrible job explaining what this is and not really removing the stigma of it being a hero shooter. And then they did themselves no fucking favor saying that this was coming from some of the people who made Titanfall and Apex Legends. Like that Titanfall bit for me, when he's like, "This is from the team that made Apex Legends and Titanfall," and I'm going like, okay, because I feel like these days anyone mentioning Titanfall,
I know
it's
your
like
pain.
it's like a giant kick in the nuts for me. Because like I'm still waiting for Titanfall 3, the Titanfall 3 that will never happen. This is like waiting. This is like the kid waiting for his dad to come back when the dad's like, "I'm gonna go get some milk," and he just never comes back. It's like 5 years later, or 9 years later in my case with Titanfall. Titanfall, it's like I'm still waiting. Even though EA is never gonna do it because EA and they suck and I hate them.
EA. Yeah, fuck EA.
But it's like the general point of this game seems to be like some big, large scale siege battle kind of thing with heroes and abilities. But
I mean, there's
I don't
horse
know.
riding.
There's horse riding. I mean, some of the stuff, it looks okay, I guess. It just, I don't
How
think
does
I.
it?
Oh, go
That's
ahead.
I
Sorry.
no. I mean, you. I know you brought this up on the during the Game Awards when this was shown, but it's like, or even Clay brought it up. It's like, it's like, how do you get like a fantasy environment to work well with FPS elements? Like, like I feel like it can work, but in some cases, like sometimes I feel like it doesn't blend well. And in this
I
case,
think
I'm kind of like I don't know. I don't know.
it just looks. It looks. I don't know, something about the genre that they chose, and just I think the general art direction too just doesn't look very interesting. It looks very vanilla. There's just nothing about this that it just has that very tip. To me, it just looks like Apex Legends. That's just all I see when I look at this as far as the art direction goes. I just don't.
I mean I just
Yeah.
don't care.
No, I don't.
I just don't
But
care.
I can't help but feel bad for the developers because this game Jeff made a big deal about this being developed in secret for all these years or whenever the hell they split off from Respawn. And again, I mentioned earlier, I don't know if they paid Jeff to have this be the last game at the presentation, or Jeff, when he played it, was so impressed that he kind of threw them a bone and went, "Hey guys, I'll give you the last spot because I really love this and I really want to promote this." But leading up to the Game Awards, the idea of this being announced at the end of the stream must have been like a big deal around the office. But then to see it like blow up in their face, regardless of like how funny some of these comments are, because some of these comments are really funny. I'm sorry, like they just are. And dude, the dislike ratio on like 5 different trailer versions of this trailer I've looked at are so bad, dude. Like it is so brutal. Just I would not be surprised if this just came out and was just DOA and like, and I feel like the saddest part is that a lot of this could have been avoided if they just did not make this the last game. Because the way Jeff was talking about this, like prepare to have your fucking mind blown by this new kind of shooter, dude, and then they play this and it's like, okay, sure.
Seems
Okay,
like
sure.
it's another live service
It's yet another one. It's another in an ever competitive market that already has a lot of the slice of the pie taken up by the likes of Fortnite and
over
Roblox and what did you say?
Overwatch kind of.
Overwatch,
Overwatch is slowing
Valorant,
down though. Marvel
Marvel
Rivals.
Rivals, Helldivers 2, Destiny. I mean, it's like, dude, like I'm sorry, there are not enough people out there. Like if you're going to come out with a new live service, you got to come out fucking you either have to have like a really great hook or appeal to a very specific type of audience that hopefully will spread the game via word of mouth, which is what happened with Helldivers 2, or it's got to have like some of the best gameplay you've ever seen with like Destiny.
Well, I mean, yeah, because the thing with live service is that like once people are attached to a certain live service game,
Mhm.
they're like already on it.
Yeah.
Basically, it's gonna be hard to attract people that are grinding like a certain live service game already
Mhm.
to your game basically
Yeah.
because what's the word? Because it's like at that point it's like they want to know like what's in it for them, like what
Yeah.
what 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 does this life what why should it's like why should they put their energy that they normally put into the current games that been playing
Mhm.
to this brand new one
Yeah.
basically.
Exactly. I completely agree. because I look at this trailer and I just like I can only speak for myself, obviously, but I look at this and we'll talk about another one. I think next is another one that I look at. I'm like, okay, I already have this. Why do I need this? Like I already have like from my personal perspective, I already have Helldivers 2. That is my live service of choice because it's PvE, it's super fun, it's really funny. I know a lot of friends who play it. Every time I still hop on to this day every so often with one of my best friends and we play together whenever a new update comes out and we have like a really fun time. We do all kinds of goofy shit in the game and I think it's one of the very few live services I've seen that isn't monetized up the butt, that isn't obnoxious with its battle passes and its microtransactions. It is, and it's a great game. Like it speaks to how good Helldivers 2 is that I'm still here after almost 2 years. Like I'm still playing it. I still have it downloaded on my PS5. I will never delete it.
I'm still a Garden Warfare 2 player.
Well, that's a dead live service, but I'm talking
No,
about things that are currently out. And it's like I look at this and I'm like, why? Like, what am I gonna get out of what is this called? What the fuck? High guard.
High Guard.
High guard. Yeah, bad name by the way. It's very boring.
forgettable.
High
It's
guard.
very
What am I gonna get out of High guard that I can't get out of Helldivers 2? Like to me too, I feel like a lot of this could have been avoided if they just did not have this be the last thing. Like when you do a one more thing at any of these presentations, it's got to come out fucking swinging. It's got to be like a big announcement or an update on something people really, really want to see. I'm sorry, very few people outside of the developers want to see fucking High Guard. I'm sorry. That's just the truth. I'm sorry. It sounds mean. It's just the truth. No one gives a shit about High Guard outside of the developers.
God, I hate how corporatized this game.
I saw a comment that was actually really apt. I think it was a tweet actually that was really apt that said this is like the bizarro version of Expedition 33, where Expedition 33, the developers left the big corporate sludge publisher, in that case it was Ubisoft, and they left to go make a game in a genre and a style that a lot of big publishers don't want to fund these days, and it's a big success. Then you have this, where the developers leave the big corpo sludge shit with like EA, and yet they make a game that looks exactly like the boring crap that a lot of these developers, these publishers would fund because it's a live service. Like it looks it like I'm really just stunned that they went out, they left Apex behind, and they're like, let's make High Guard. We believe in this so much. Let's make High Guard. And it's gonna be our like live service, and it's like, dude, you had such a good opportunity to make something different. And yet here we are with yet another live service that will, I'm sorry, more than likely be DOA within a few months after it comes out.
What's DO? Oh, Dead on Arrival.
Dead on Arrival.
Okay.
It's just,
Okay.
you know what this reminded me of? We'll move on to the next game, but you know what this moment reminded me of? I don't know if you remember the ending of PlayStation Experience 2015. That's where they showed off the first footage of the alpha footage of Final Fantasy VII Remake at the time. But that was one of the worst conferences PlayStation ever put on. And a big reason for that is because of their ending. And very eerily similar to the Game Awards, all it would have taken to like slightly improve that presentation would be to swap the placement of the final two games. Whereas here, for the Game Awards, it was so obvious that they should have put Mega Man as the final announcement. Like, I can't figure out why they did not put the Mega Man as the final announcement and have this be like the penultimate one. I don't get it. And then at PlayStation Experience 2015, they had the penultimate game there was Ni no Kuni 2, which, perfect. That would have been a perfect game to end that conference with. Because it's Ni no Kuni. It's level 5. A lot of PlayStation pedigree there. But the game they ended with was this shitty-ass MOBA that died a painful death from Epic before Fortnite was even a thing. And it's like, dude, this looks so shitty. Just this annoying-ass MOBA called Paragon.
Oh,
And
that one! Oh my
and the
god.
reason that, like, they asked Sean Layden later, like, why did you end with Paragon? And he's like, we wanted to have our mic drop moment. I'm like, brother, no one, like, Paragon is not a mic drop moment. No one gives a fuck about Paragon. And I'm gonna say the same thing about um I already forgot the name of this game. High Guard. A thing about High Guard. No one gives a shit about High Guard. I'm sorry. Like, again, I sound mean. I sound like I'm making fun of it, but dude, nobody gives a shit. And I'm gonna look at the comments real quick. These comments, dude,
How many
man,
times
it
do we
is
have to
brutal. Like,
do we have to teach you this? Oh, the
yeah, how
SpongeBob
many
reference.
times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Concord.
Dude, it's never a good thing when your game gets announced and people bring up Concord. That's not a
I'm
good thing at all.
I'm pretty sure this never got leaked because no one
Titanfall
gave a
fans on
shit.
Suicide
Oh.
Watch. This was outdated when the developer first imagined it. There was one comment, it was on a different video, but there was one comment I saw that said, no wonder they kept this a secret. And I was like, oh, damn.
No, but that one made me
So,
laugh right there. I'm pretty sure this never got leaked because no
dude,
one gave a shit left.
like,
That game that
it,
I
it,
laughed at that.
from the developer's perspective, it must be very hurtful to read these comments. Like, I get it, but damn, it is funny. I'm sorry. It's the same thing with, like, Concord. When Concord was announced, dude, those comment sections, I'm amazed those videos are still up, by the way, on PlayStation's official channel. But dude, some of those comments are hilarious. Like, there are some days where, like, I've gone to that Concord video, I pause it, and then I just read the comments for like a few minutes, and there's like new comments coming in all the time.
Oh
It's
shit.
so funny. Some of these are so great.
I still find it funny that PlayStation even went out of their way to shut down the fan servers as well.
Well,
Like
because
they definitely.
I understand it from a legal perspective, because on their taxes they had to write off that nobody made any profit. Like, it's a product that doesn't even exist. So then to have these fans try to bring back Concord, it's gonna fuck with them legally. So I get it from that perspective, but it's like, dude. Also, like, I'm sorry, if you're wasting your life trying to bring back Concord back from the dead, like, I understand somebody using their time to bring PT back from the dead. I understand somebody trying to bring, like, a delisted game back in a playable state. I get it. But fucking Concord, like, really? Seriously? And not that Concord's a bad game. It's just like, really? Really? And
I'm
speaking of
just saying.
PlayStation,
Just saying. If
um,
you own. Just saying. If you own that physical copy. Just saying.
oh, dude, yeah, you're set.
Oh yeah,
Speaking
you
of
were
that,
bringing up.
um,
You were bringing up PlayStation. I was gonna say they didn't walk away with any awards this year besides Last of Us
I mean,
winning the best
they can't win
adaptation.
every year, you know?
Well, I mean, to be fair, they didn't really release
Yeah,
anything
yeah, they did. They
this
had Death
year.
Stranding 2. They had Ghost
Well,
of
that.
Yotei.
Oh yeah, no,
Um,
they did. Ghost of Yotei. I'm talking about like exclusive. But yeah, you Ghost of
Death Stranding
Yotei
2 and
got
Ghost
no.
of Yotei. Those are two right there. But they're gonna
Isn't this?
they're gonna come to PC anyway, so it's like, fuck it, you know.
I mean, though. I mean, but it's wouldn't they put Death Stranding 2 on? Oh wait, isn't going to be a thing anymore. So okay,
Well,
okay.
PlayStation is basically an Xbox at this point, so I guess technically it is on Xbox. According to Phil Spencer, everything is a fucking Xbox. The fucking chair
Okay.
that I'm sitting in right now is an Xbox, I guess.
Okay. 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 I guess.
This is like Microsoft corpo speak. You know how I feel about them saying like shit
Okay.
like that. But anyway, this one, For Loop, this is the game that they announced a few, like, I think last week they talked about this, and they announced it, and this is from the creator of Left 4 Dead. And I don't I don't know how to feel about this other than, like, mm, it's this is what I'm talking about when we were talking about when we talked about High Guard again. I almost forgot it. High Guard. When we talked about High Guard, you brought up a great point, and it's a point I completely agree with about these live services. I mean, any game in general has to do this, but live services in particular, they have to make a case as to why new people and people who are attached to other games should jump and play your game. Like, for example, I feel like Battlefield 6 and not Apex, Arc Raiders did a really good job distinguishing themselves and making a case why a lot of people from the Call of Duty player base should skip COD this year and play those games instead. And the results spoke for themselves, where you have you have Call of Duty having to put out like a we're sorry apology post and talking about how um they're gonna do better and you deserve like amazing games, and it's like, wow, that like, man, they fucked up that badly this year to where they have to put out this post and just like apologize. And man, that's so bad. But I look at this and I know they're trying to go for Left 4 Dead, but the game that I think about when I look at this, especially with it being like science fiction and third person shooter, it's Helldivers 2. Especially considering PlayStation is publishing both of them. I look at this and it just reminds me, like, in more ways than one, of Helldivers 2. Where Helldivers 2, it's all about, it has a very like sardonic sense of humor where it's the whole like get very gallows humor-ish, where it's life is cheap, you're gonna die over and over again for the cause. Very violent, very gory. A lot of the humor comes from you dying. A lot of the humor comes from like you're how insignificant you are in like the cog of war, stuff like that. And that's the overall vibe I get from this. Now, again, like I don't hate the look of this game. I think it looks okay. I would need to play it to kind of be sure. But it's I don't feel anywhere near to the degree of like, ugh, like looking at this that I did when I looked at Fair Games for the first time, or Marathon for the first time when the gameplay came around. Like, I'd rather play this than Marathon, but um I don't know.
Marathon.
I guess I appreciate that PlayStation is technically doing what I want them to, where it's like with these live services that they're not making them in-house, that that they're like teaming up with these second party studios outside of their family of studios, and then their family of studios can focus much more on the single player stuff that people want. But I don't know. You and I have talked about this before, where I just don't trust PlayStation's like
Live service.
evaluation. Yeah, like when it comes to their live services, I just don't trust their creative evaluations of these. They just, outside of Helldivers 2, they just really have not found that thing that just feels like there's something there that it's like, ooh, I really want to play this. This looks fun. Everything has either been a mix of like, like okay, in the case of this, or just outright hostile, like, no, I will never touch this. And the only reason I will touch Fair Games if it ever comes out is because I made a bet, because I'm that confident and it's gonna get canceled because it looks like total shit, just from from like a concept perspective.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I just look at For Loop, which I think is a stupid name, by the way. I just think of For Loop and I'm like, why should I play this over Helldivers 2?
Yes.
Like,
You're not wrong on that.
why should I leave this and go play I mean, why should I leave Helldivers 2? That gives me like almost everything that this seems to be going for. Except like I have all my skins there. I have my Halo skin that I grinded out for. I have my Killzone skins that I have. Why would I leave Helldivers 2? I have lots of friends who play it, who own it. Like,
Unless if they
why?
want to play this.
I just don't see any. Like, I imagine this is going to be probably $40 when it comes out, because PlayStation, that seems to be their thing, where they're just going to be like $40 for all their live services. But I don't know, man.
Yeah. For
I don't know.
no, I was gonna say for gosh damn it, I lost my train of thought right there. Fuck. I was gonna say for something like this, it's like, oh, there we go. Now I remember. I mean, have we ever had? I mean, I know Back for Blood when it was being made. I mean, it was trying to be a spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead, but I don't think it lasted very long, unfortunately. So, I mean, there might be an audience still for
Maybe,
Left
especially
4
with
Dead
somebody
people.
from Valve being involved with this. Like Mike Booth is a big name within the Valve community, but I think the problem too with Back for Blood was like that stupid card system as well. Like Back for Blood, I don't hate Back for Blood. I thought it was just okay. It was like it's almost there, but it's just missing that. It's missing that like polish that Valve brought to Left 4 Dead. It's missing that
No,
extra attention to detail because there's a really great video from Kroby Cat. It's like a fucking legendary YouTuber. He made a video because he was sick of them hyping up Back for Blood as like the makers of Left 4 Dead, which was not really true. It was only like a few people who worked on Left 4 Dead worked on Back for Blood, and it wasn't really like the big people. It was like more of the mid to tier to junior level talent that worked on Left 4 Dead that went to go work on Back for Blood. And then he made a video where he compared like all the different details of Left 4 Dead and Back for Blood. And like, man, when you watch that video, it makes Back for Blood look so much worse and Left 4 Dead so much better. Like it's a very
mm,
informative video too. I love that video. Like I still go back and like watch it every so often. It's really well made. It's fantastic. But
yeah, yeah. I mean,
I
I
don't know.
didn't ever touch Back for Blood again after the alpha with Clay. I mean, that alpha was so bad. Oh
I
my
had
gosh.
Game Pass at the time, so I played it on Game Pass when it came out, and it was like it was okay. It was okay. It just wasn't. I played maybe a couple hours of it with people, and then I just was like, I'm good, and then just never went back. I just never had much desire. I think
No, yeah.
that card system really just that was a huge mistake on their part doing that.
No, yeah. Totally.
But yeah, that's for loop. I mean, I wish them good luck because PlayStation's gonna fucking need it with this live service thing. I will
Yeah.
say, just again on like the spectrum of these live services that have been announced from PlayStation so far, like officially that I've seen footage of, or I know the concept of. This is one of the lesser egregious ones, and I don't even think this is all that egregious. It just doesn't. It just looks like it's trying to chase. It's like this weird mix of Left 4 Dead and then kind of like more the tone of Helldivers 2. And it's like
Yeah.
I'd rather just play Left 4 Dead and Helldivers 2 at that point than this.
No, yeah.
Like, and there's roguelike elements in this, I guess, which I'm like, I don't know how that's gonna work. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know about this one. But
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let this trailer run down. And now we'll get to Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic, which I don't I don't have like a whole lot to say about this because there's really not much to talk about, but I understand that people are excited about this, especially with Casey Hudson being involved, who's like a really, really good director. But there have been so many Star Wars games that have gotten announced at this point that are still not out or that got canceled. Like, I mean, you think of like Star Wars 1313, KOTOR remake, Eclipse.
The KOTOR remake got canceled for sure.
No, they fired the original. They took the original developers off of it and then gave it to a different studio. That's the rumor right now.
Oh
And
my
even then, that was
gosh.
like, dude, KOTOR remake got announced during like the PS5's first year. That was like more than 4 years ago, and we still haven't seen anything of it.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
that's unfortunate. And then we
yeah,
still have that Star Wars. What was that? There was
Eclipse,
the yeah, there we go. We
Eclipse.
still haven't heard anything about that one yet either.
No, because it's in development hell. Because Quantic Dream is a Quantic Dream is a mess of a studio. Like they would not be making that stupid live service. Spellcasters Chronicles, I think that's what it was called. And again, another shitty ass name. They wouldn't be doing a live service if goddamn Eclipse was doing well. They would be having all hands on deck to work on Eclipse. I'm really surprised they aren't doing that.
Is this just a EA mishandling?
No, EA
That's
is not
what.
involved. EA
Okay, no,
thankfully
but
does not have the exclusive rights to Star Wars anymore, so I can't blame
yeah,
EA for this stuff.
yeah.
It's
Disney.
I don't even know about Disney. I just think Quantic. I think in Eclipse's case, I just think Quantic Dream is just a really badly managed publisher or a developer. Or no, they're a publisher as well. Game company, the more general term. And
I
like
mean, yeah,
I don't know with this studio because it's a new. I think it's called Argonauts. I think that's the studio name. Like this studio was literally just made in July, so this game doesn't even exist yet. This is like early look at what they're doing.
it's just a
So
CGI trailer. That's
yeah,
all it is.
and
There's not.
again, I wouldn't. I understand that some people are very excited about this, considering the Old Republic, what that means for video games. But it's like, I don't know, man. Like, who knows if this thing is even gonna come out? Like, who the fuck knows? This
Fate
could be a
of the
disaster once, and again, it's all gonna depend on the team cohesion, because money can't buy you team cohesion.
No, it can't.
So they can end up hiring a bunch of people that just do not work well together, that do not work with the upper leaders and Casey Hudson. It, I don't know.
Um,
I don't know.
just judging by the name, I'm assuming this takes place like towards the end of the Old Republic era.
Yes, it
But
does. That's from what I under, because there's an interview with Casey Hudson on the Star Wars website that I read. And again, I'm mainly divorced from Star Wars,
I
so
know you are.
this does not like I saw this as the opening. And I was like, oh, it's just more Star Wars. Like,
I want to be excited for this,
eh.
but I'm kind of skeptical, especially with all the other current Star Wars projects that are like what they're going through right now. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm
still
happy for the
wait.
people who are happy. I'll put it
Is the
like that.
final wait? Even though EA doesn't have the licensing for any of the other Star Wars games,
Not
are
the
they
exclusive
still?
licensing. Yeah, they're gonna
Do
make a
they?
third Jedi game. Yeah,
Okay, so
they already
well, it's the
confirmed
last.
that.
Well, it's the last one. It's the last one. They said.
And then they have
So
that I will say that one RTS they have in development looks interesting, like that Clone Wars RTS. That looks pretty cool.
Clone Wars RTS.
Yeah, I forget what it's called, but anyway, and then I wanted to quickly bring up
I
this.
did not see this trailer yet, by the way.
Okay, I finished the DLC
I haven't.
yesterday.
I haven't touched it yet.
It's really good, and the super boss that's in this area is so
What
cool.
am I looking at?
I'm not going to
What?
explain the context behind this. I'll let you figure this out for yourself.
Okay. Okay.
But the super boss in this area is so cool. It's maybe my favorite super boss in the game. It's so much fun.
Yeah. Hopefully.
But yeah, hats off to Sandfall Interactive winning Game of the Year and then dropping oh hey Shinobi. Um and then dropping like a free DLC for their Game of the Year. And like yeah. I mean I love Claire Obscure. Dude, I finished recording the cream of the crop today. And when I was done, when I looked at like how much I had written, because I basically just like when I got to surprise, Claire Obscure is going to be the number one game of the year. When I got to the Claire Obscure Expedition 33 portion, and I just had to like write, I basically just like zoned out and just like and just wrote whatever I wanted, and it turned into like a fucking like page long thing about like total page long nut gobbling session for Claire Obscure, and I just went, oh shit, I'm gonna have to edit this down. Shit. But let me see, Shinobi. Man, I do feel bad for them, but it does make me laugh seeing the Half-Life community go on nuclear meltdown, thinking they were going to get Half-Life 3. Yeah,
Oh my god.
that community is so like whooped at this point that it's like not even funny. Like it's pretty sad. It reminds me a lot of the Titanfall community, Half-Life community. Let's just be serious. We're never gonna get Half-Life 3. Just give it up. I think we will one day, but not at the fucking Game Awards. Like I said, why would Valve pay to have Half-Life 3 at the Game Awards? Like that doesn't make any sense. They can just announce it on their own terms.
I mean, they got Half-Life Alex, so.
Yeah, but that's VR. That's not the real
I know.
Half-Life 3. But anyway, here's Phantom Blade Zero, which was probably outside of the things that we knew about, this was probably my favorite thing that was shown. Because I think this game looks fucking awesome. Now, like any other time they've shown this, I'm always a little bit skeptical that what I'm seeing is real because it just looks so cool. But I've watched the developers play raw footage of this. I've watched other people who attend various events in China and Japan play this. This game looks so cool. Just gameplay, art direction, enemy design, animation, bosses, music. I'm sure the story will be terrible because like a lot of these Chinese games tend to have really bad stories. But man, just look at this shit. It just looks so cool. Just
It does.
man, it looks awesome. And like you guys are talking about like Souls-like stuff. I went and like double checked that like I did read this correctly. There are 6 different difficulty options in this game that range from like very easy story mode to like brutally hard. So people who don't want a Souls-like challenge can get into this game as well. And yeah. Oh, Shinobi.
Okay, yeah.
We're actually talking about that. So you'd have to go to the beginning of this, more like the beginning of the stream, Shinobi, where we went on like a whole diatribe about. Damn it! What the hell's the name of the game? High Guard? Damn, yeah,
Yeah,
that fucking game. Yeah, no Final Fantasy VII Part 3. Now that's a game that would have been worthy of a finale. That would have been way better. Like you don't. Yeah, you're right. You don't end the show with an announcement like that. It was so. That was like such a dud. I don't know what they were doing with that, but anywho, are you interested at all in Phantom Blade Zero? Like at
I mean,
all?
it looks cool, but I mean, Adam, you know how I feel about games these days. I mean,
Like what?
like how I'd rather play smaller titles now these days more than play bigger games. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean,
It,
yeah, this game
I didn't
it
notice
looks
that he has a
cool.
drunk attack. I didn't notice that.
You didn't notice
You can
that?
get drunk. I didn't notice that. No, I was too busy looking at the boss when I saw the trailer for the first time.
Yeah. I mean, it looks cool,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
but yeah,
This is one
like
of
I
those
told,
larger games that I am willing to actually like take a chance on, considering I hear really good things about
yeah.
it.
I mean, I'll wait and see. It looks cool, it looks interesting. I'll wait and see, yeah,
Yeah,
but you know how I feel. Like I really would rather much play smaller games now these
sure. No,
days.
I get that. It's just this is one of those rare larger games that actually looks like it's got something to it beyond just generic AAA shit.
No, yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I'm
Especially these
going back.
animations look insane. It's
No,
just look
yeah,
insane.
no, yeah. I
Um,
agree. And
Not gonna lie, go Half-Life 3 being announced at the Game Awards break the internet. Even you would have freaked. I would have freaked out, and like I'm not like a huge Half-Life nerd, but I would have freaked out. I'm kind of curious, Razor, if you had to pick what the final game announcement for the Game Awards would be like to have seen. Do you mean that's a good question? Do you mean out of the stuff that was shown, or do you mean just my like pie in the sky, or like our pie in the sky kind of idea? Because like I said, Mega Man should have been the last thing shown. Like that to me was so obvious. That's like that is the game you end the show with because it's an iconic video game franchise. It could be shown or just what you would love to see. Well, out of the stuff that was shown, I would go with Mega Man. Uh, I forget, Dual Formation. Is that what the? We'll look at it in a bit, but um,
I was
outside of
gonna.
Kingdom Hearts 4, um, what? Oh, Bloodborne. I mean, Bloodborne 2. That's the other really obvious. Like, hey, like, please, can I please get something like this, please? Dude, if like Bloodborne 2 was announced, I would have fucking lost it.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Adam, I was gonna say, uh,
Mm.
going back to this, like the whole thing of
Oh,
how like I'd rather play smaller games than play bigger games. It's why I can It's
oh,
why I decided that it was another
noise.
reason why I decided not to get Ghost of Yotei
That's fair. Oh,
because
this is
I
a
was just
year-long exclusive for PlayStation 5. Damn. Okay.
yeah,
Wow.
because I was just I mean, you know how long I was on Expedition 33. Like I was on it for a long time.
Yeah.
So, I was like, I love Expedition 33. I love it. But I wanted a break from something big, so big.
Uh,
So,
I don't know. After Shenmue 3, I would not have been excited about Shenmue 4 at all. I would have been like, nah, I'm good, dude. Just
oh
let the
yeah, that's
series
right.
die. I'm good.
Shenmue.
If they would announce the
Yeah.
Parasite Eve remake, that would have been cool. I would have totally been down for that. But um I'm really excited about Phantom Blade Zero. Oh, what would you have ended the show with, Richard? Let me pass that question to you.
What would I have ended the show with? Like
Yeah,
of the things that was shown or with anything?
both. Let's go with both.
Okay. Honestly, with the show, it really makes sense to have ended it with Mega Man.
Yeah.
It really does makes a lot of sense to end it with Mega Man, or at least even looking at the footage for Phantom Blade Zero, maybe Phantom Blade Zero, probably as well. And then if I could end it with anything, uh, they could have ended it with a dormant franchise, like dormant, something we haven't heard in ages, basically.
What would you want to see?
Uh, Banjo.
That would have been huge. I would have freaked out about that.
Oh, oh, Banjo, Sly Cooper. What's another one? I know it'll never happen in this day and age, but Conquer, Conquer cannot be made today. It can't. There's no way it can.
It could.
I didn't real it with its edgy humor, the way because I go back and I start remembering the stuff that happened in the original game, and I'm just like, holy shit, maybe this game can't be made today. It's
It
kind of
could.
sad also because the creator said he doesn't have any interest in going back to it just because like his humor has changed over the
Well,
years.
then don't give it to the creator. Then give it to a different studio.
Well, yeah, I would love to see it happen. I want to conquer. I want a new Conquer game more than a new Banjo. Only
Oh
because
no.
I know some people. I know many Banjo 3 fans want an actual traditional 3D platformer Banjo game, but Conquer ended on a real cliffhanger, and we never really got to see more of it, unfortunately.
Mm.
And that it's something I would have wanted to
Oh
see.
yeah, Persona 6 would have been huge as the final announcement. That would have been awesome. Um
Oh yeah.
and now Concord is coming back. That's the final. That would have been funny. Um
Oh gosh.
oh, I definitely wouldn't rank it as low as you did, Shinobi. I would have said I'd give it like a B minus probably. Like I liked it, but I'm not. I didn't think it was like amazing or anything. It was. I thought it was definitely better than most Game Awards. But yeah, I figured Xbox would have a presentation at the end of January as well, just because that seems to be their MO with these
How
developer
how many
directs.
of those games are getting canceled though? That's what I
None
want
of
to know.
them. The
You
the
don't
things
think
that
any?
no, the things they put in a developer direct are always coming like that gear. So I assume they're gonna have things like Fable or Forza Horizon 5 or Gears of War E-Day.
I don't even think Fable will be there.
No, they announced that Fable's gonna be there.
Okay, 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 okay.
So anyway, moving on to the next game. I don't know. I don't remember. Oh, Tank Rat. I don't have a lot to say about this one, but I thought it was interesting to kind of give it a little bit of a look
What
because I
is
really
this?
like Kepler Interactive. This
What?
is a single player tank battle game,
Oh,
and I guess it's a reimagining of a different tank game that's I guess out. I don't know. I just thought it looked kind of interesting just with the art direction and like I don't really play many tank I I don't know. I just thought
yeah.
I
It
think it looks
looks
cool.
okay,
Look,
but
I think
I'm
it
not.
looks pretty cool.
I'm not crazy for this.
No, I'm not like crazy. I just thought it was one of the more interesting smaller things to come out of the Game Awards this year.
No, yeah. I mean, I don't really have much to say about this one.
Hmm. Oh, fair enough. Everybody thought Expedition 33 was annoying this year, winning all the awards. Get ready for Grand Theft Auto 6 next year. That's if it even comes out next year. I have doubts that it's even going to come out next November, considering they like keep delaying this. I'd probably think like 2027 they're going to announce it. It's like, sorry, got delayed again. We gotta work on it some more. But anyway, moving on to the next game. So Saros. Now,
This is your thing.
I
I'm
was
not that
not
interested in this.
I was not that crazy about what I saw when they showed it at the uh what is it? When they showed it at the last state of play. I wasn't that crazy then, but I don't know, for some reason, maybe because they showed the story elements of this, I liked the look of this a lot more. And I like that they seem to be leaning into the psychological horror aspects that made Returnal's story so interesting. So, I mean, it does look a little too much like Returnal for my liking. I would have liked maybe a little bit more like a differentiating factor than what was here. But like once the combat starts, I'm like, damn, this looks really cool. So this like I don't even care if it's like, oh, this is Returnal 2. It's like okay, like Returnal's gameplay is awesome. And then they're also doing I don't know how they're going to do the roguelike format fully this time around because you haven't played Returnal, right?
No, I haven't. I
Ret-
just don't have any interest in it.
hmm.
I just don't.
Cuz Returnal
Somehow.
is Returnal is pretty damn hard. Especially
I'm
for a
just
PlayStation a modern PlayStation game. Like it's pretty difficult.
I'm just not interested in Returnal, and I'm not interested in Sorrows. Like, I'm just not. Like,
Hmm.
when I saw the first trailer for Sorrows, I'm like, no, no, thank you. And look at this, I'm still not interested.
Hmm.
I'm still not interested.
Fair enough. I mean, I've rooted for Housemark for many years, so this is more like I'm really happy that Housemark is finally getting like the full on in-house support that they've always deserved from PlayStation. So this, especially considering they once made this like really depressing blog post where they talked about how arcade games are dead and they need to shift from making the games that they like to making this shitty looking battle royale called Storm Divers that thankfully never came out because PlayStation I don't know what the full story is behind Returnal, but that was kind of like their last big chance, considering Returnal is easily before this, Saros is easily their biggest game and most typical AAA game ever, even though it has a lot of their gameplay quirks with it being bullet hell and focusing on a score, focusing on don't getting hit, not getting hit. It's just they take the element of it and give it like a more AAA kind of polish to it, and like survival, like psychological horror as well, which I really like. And speaking
No,
of
yeah.
psychological horror, this
On
game, this looks really cool. Like I really like the look of this.
I
Ontos,
I I told you that this was your thing. This isn't my thing. This is not my thing.
this like all of
Unfortunately.
this like weirdo imagery. I love it. It looks so cool. Why the hell does this keep defaulting to 480p? My computer's not that. The fuck?
I don't know, YouTube AI, I don't know.
Maybe. But love the imagery of this. I need to see gameplay, how it's gonna go. I like that Stellan Skarsgård's involved, who I'm a big fan of. His voice is awesome. Just lots of like really weird, twisted shit in this trailer, which speaking my language there.
Ugh, the skin peeling.
Yeah, baby. I want more of that.
What the fuck is that?
That's like a guy with his lower half of his head removed. He's still alive.
My gosh.
Yeah, it's good stuff. I love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
This
Can't
is
wait.
your thing. This ain't my thing.
Can't wait. It's also another one that's Kepler Interactive, and I feel like they have just, even without Expedition 33, they're like one of the more interesting publishers out there for me,
No, yeah.
because they're one of those studios that just develops like very like more small AAA, not small, like indie games. They're
Double
the
A.
nor double A. Like they published Sifu. They published, what is it, the that car building one, Pacific Drive. They published um Scorn. What was another one? Oh, Chia. They published that as well, I believe. It's just a lot of like
Yeah.
smaller games that
Mm,
I I appreciate it. Like this is what like when I look at games, like I like the stuff that Kepler is doing, and it speaks to more my philosophy of these like smaller, more like weirder games that appeal to
no,
very
yeah.
specific kinds of people.
No, yeah,
But
absolutely.
even though like some of their games really are just not for me, like Scorn, I really disliked. I really did not like what I played of Flintlock. I tried Sifu. I thought it was okay. It just, the way it's designed is just not my thing. But this I can probably get into because this looks really just weird and creepy, and I like the look of it a lot. So let's go to Shinobi. Sometime next year, we are going to hear about Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. That'd be nice. I would hope so, but I
They said they're getting they said they're trying to choose between two different titles for the official name of the game already.
oh really?
Yeah, that's what Nomura said.
Hmm.
It's come down to two different titles that
Oh,
they're trying
okay.
to figure out. So I don't know what the actual title's gonna be, but we'll see.
I don't know if you guys have talked about it yet, but I absolutely hate that Xbox Game Pass, that Xbox is literally so tone deaf. I know that we have to clown. I know we like to clown on PlayStation, but Xbox is a stubborn mule. Xbox is so tone deaf and stubborn. Personally, I don't see Xbox being around in the next 10 years. I think they'll still be around in the next 10 years, but they're basically going to be Microsoft wearing a skin suit.
So
That's the way I've seen it.
they're becoming more of a third party publisher. I mean, they're gonna try to make a. I mean, if the I mean, supposedly, yeah, it does seem like they are gonna be making a PC console hybrid,
Mhm.
but the thing is, Valve already beat them to it with with the Steam box.
Oh, for sure.
So I don't know how that's gonna turn out for them. So,
Well, they
and
just
especially with everything going up as well in price,
yeah.
I don't know how things are gonna turn out. Like things are already expensive as they are. right now.
I just don't
And
know, outside of the Xbox faithful, which I feel like is a dwindling number these days. I just don't I just don't really see the point behind making a new console, I guess, other than keeping the backwards other than maintaining people's digital libraries, which they'll have to do. I just don't I just don't know how they're going to I don't
I thought about getting a Series X just for the backwards
I don't
compatibility
know.
stuff, but
Oh,
even then, I asked myself, I was like,
yeah.
I really don't have the space for this, unfortunately. I really don't. And
It's just it's
and
so expensive now too.
and as much as I would like to own, but they were highly on discount, like places like Costco.
Well,
They're
because they
just
were
turning
getting
their
rid of
weight.
stock. That's why Costco
I mean,
isn't sell. I don't think Costco wants to sell Xboxes anymore.
I wouldn't be surprised if they still have some. I think a lot of
Probably
people
for
just don't
cheap.
want them.
Yeah.
I mean, I would get, I mean, I would want it just for also for like rare replay, but even then, it's like I already have most of those games
Yeah.
already. I mean, the only one I mean, nuts and bolts. I mean, I
Ugh.
know a lot of people
Jesus
hate
Christ.
nuts and bolts. I do, I've always wanted to play it, like just
So
curiosity.
before we move on, Shinobi has one more question for us, which is this is a question I have a firm answer to, but I want you to answer it first while I run to let my dog out real quick. Is Xbox more stubborn than PlayStation now? That's
Ooh,
I'll let you answer that while I go run out to let my dog out.
I'd say I'd say they're both at the same level. Just because, I mean, like I said, both companies, both PlayStation and Xbox they have the resources to do things that even that their fans want, but they don't want to do anything about it. Like PlayStation fans, they've been asking for them to like revive their legacy IPs, and PlayStation doesn't want to do it. I mean, they've a lot of the fans have been asking for the kinds of titles that they want, and it doesn't seem like PlayStation even wants to give it to them. They still want to focus on these big AAA budget games, which unfortunately I feel like people will eventually get exhausted from. I mean, I'm already getting exhausted from it right now. It's why I was telling Razor here why I'd rather much play smaller titles more now these days. Like, I don't need a game to be super realistic with high quality graphics to to get me to play something. Like, I want a variety. I want 3D platformers. I want side scrollers. And then with Xbox, it's like it's kind of the same thing with them. They have so many IPs. They have Banjo and Conquer, and they won't do anything with them. They won't do anything with them. And then a lot of the mismanagement that's going on with a lot of their studios, it's like I'm just like, why? What's going on? And I'm just like, I'm just like, I mean, d- and I question, and I've asked Adam this question like multiple times, like, are executives really this delusional? Like,
Yes. Yes.
are they really this
Yes.
out of touch
Yes.
with reality despite, their fans, their diehard fans, like, they're like outside screaming, like, hey, we want this. And they're like, and both companies are like, no. And then they go, what's something that we can give them? And they go, I know, how about this? How about this? They give it to them, and no, it's not really what it'll a lot of times it'll be either not what we wanted, but yeah, we'll take it. It looks good, or or it's just something that they didn't want, and then they get confused. It's like, just give the fans what they want already. Seriously.
I have maybe a controversial answer to this question. I don't know how spicy of a take this is, but I I think PlayStation by default is a little more stubborn because they're more doing it out of arrogance than out of like I would say Xbox is doing a lot of these moves out of desperation in order to claw as much money as they can out of investing like how much money like fucking almost $80 billion in acquisitions over the last years they've been doing this generation. So it's like and then they have like a console brand that's dying out. So a lot of these decisions where it's just big games or nothing and jacking up the price of their consoles to like an insanely stupid degree, I feel like is more done out of desperation and just like we have invested so much into this that we need to get as much money as possible, which I'm not saying is a good thing and I'm not excusing it. I'm just saying like I feel like that's why they've been doing this, because it's crazy to me that at the beginning of this generation, Xbox had a very different vocal vision about what they wanted to do. And then all of a sudden, like once they bought Activision Blizzard, like that was the beginning of the end. That was like the well fuck that, now Microsoft's gonna come in and Microsoft's gonna basically gonna take over Xbox and do what Xbox does, or do what Microsoft does, which is run shit into the ground. It's just that seems to be the thing that Xbox or that Microsoft is good at. It's just taking things and just ruining them, and that seems to be unfortunately what they're finally doing with Xbox. Not that Xbox didn't fuck up royally bad when Microsoft was more out of the picture, but that was just bad leadership at the time. And even today, I still think Phil Spencer and Matt Booty and Sarah Bond, I don't know how the hell these people still have jobs, but you know, they're more like figureheads at this point. And I feel like Sarah Bond in particular, she's just there as like, I guess like the corpo shark that's kind of wearing this mask as this like happy gamer, where like I remember, I'm not gonna say who it is because I don't want to call them out because I like this person, but this person's Xbox like willingness to bend over backwards for Xbox is a little too much for me. um I remember this person talking about Sarah Bond because they met her, and they refer to Sarah Bond as like the queen. Like unironically, they call her the queen, and they talk about how she's like a big Sega kid and how they really identified with her. And I'm like, dude, she is a corpo shark. Don't call her no fucking queen. Don't say that you like identify with her as a person. Don't say any of that shit. Like it's just I cringed when I heard. I cringed really badly when I heard that. I think I noticed. I think they noticed me like wincing, like with like making it obvious that I was like ugh when I heard that, because it's just mean. It's like if I met Herman Holst, and because Herman Holst told me he liked Bloodborne, it's like all of a sudden I went, Herman Holst is my guy. Herman Holst is my boy. It's like fuck Herman Holst. Like what the fuck is he? What the fuck is he doing for PlayStation that I like? That it's like what kind of fucking vision is he setting for PlayStation that I can get on board with? Not really one that I can like fully get on board with.
I miss Andrew House. Andrew House.
I miss the old guard. They fucked up sometimes too, but Jesus Christ, like at least we got the late PS3, early PS4 era. Got some good shit out of that.
Yes.
But let me read these last few comments from Shinobi and then we'll move on. My local Walmart doesn't have Xbox consoles to sell anymore. I don't know if they were just out of stock, but they're not selling them. Dude, the last time I went to Best Buy, they only had like a small, like tiny little corner shelf for Xbox, and they didn't even have any games. Like that's how bad it was.
No, yeah, the Xbox section at my local Target,
paltry.
It shrunk.
Yeah,
it's like so badly shrunk.
Dude, even with PlayStation and Nintendo more like focusing less on retail, they still had a bigger presence there than Xbox did.
Dude, it makes me sad seeing a lot of the physical games like
sign of the times, man. It's sad, but it's sign of the times. Jim Ryan, who wants to play these old games anyway? They look like dinosaurs. Yeah, one of his many infamous quotes. Sucks for me because I have to pay $30 a month in order to cloud stream in the best quality for my channel. But if I had the Xbox Series X or better, yet a PS5, I would not be getting Game Pass. Now, fair enough. There's a rumor that Game Pass might be going up $35 sometime next year. That wouldn't surprise me at all,
I'm not surprised at this point.
especially
Fucking
considering Black Ops 6, not Black Ops 6, Black Ops 7 has kind of been underwhelming. Like, they're not going to admit it, but Xbox, like, they wouldn't be apologizing for Black Ops 7 if it was doing really, really well. Like,
Game
they
Pass
wouldn't.
is not even worth it anymore.
I personally, unless you're playing every single first party game that comes out from Xbox and playing a lot of the indies, like Expedition 33 is still in Xbox and it's still in Game Pass and Game of the Year winner. So, like, I feel like there is some value to Game Pass, like a little bit, but I don't know. For me, it's like I'd rather just spend the $50 and own Expedition 33 than fucking subscribe to Game Pass and do that.
I was always like that. That's why I never bothered with Game Pass.
Like, I'm still a firm believer in like I understand the economic mindset behind subscribing to a service to play multiple games. I understand that, but to me, it makes games feel very disposable. I'd rather just buy a single game and spend like the full amount of time on it. I mean, there's some
Mega,
games obviously that I've played through subscription services that I really like, but I mean, I look at Hi-Fi Rush. Like, I really like Hi-Fi Rush, and I played that through Game Pass, but I just I don't know. Anyway,
I s-
Mega Man Dual
Dual.
Override. What
I mean,
should have been the show ender,
it
in my
looks
opinion.
cool. It
Yeah,
looks cool. I wish I can get into Mega Man more, but Mega Man's just it's a hard game. Like they're usually hard. Like every time I played them, they're always super challenging for me.
I like the older one. I like the older ones that I used to play on the Game Boy. Those are fun.
I played Dr. Wily's Revenge on Game Boy. That game was very difficult. It was fun, but it got very difficult to the point where I
Mm.
kind of just got exhausted.
I
It's
wonder if
there's just there's a lot of memorization that goes
oh,
into
for
Mega Man.
sure. And then there's like a good not pattern. There's almost like a golden path that you kind of have to figure out for yourself in certain games in order to get the best powers to defeat certain robots. But I dig the look of this. I like that it has a more cell shaded style even in this early stage of it. But I'm really happy for Mega Man fans because I know, and this also I'm happy this exists too because this gives me a lot of hope for Ace Attorney coming back soon because
Uh,
they said in their financial report to their investors, they said they specifically named Mega Man, Ace Attorney, and Devil May Cry as franchises that they want to make more like centrally focused within Capcom, make them like pillars of releases like they have with Resident Evil and Street Fighter and what have you. So, and then like a few days later they announced this and I'm like,
where's
wow,
Ace Attorney
cool.
7? Where's Ace Attorney
I
7?
bet they're working on it. I bet
They've
that
been working on it for a long
they
time.
have, but like, dude, do you know how
Long it
long
takes.
it
Yeah,
probably takes to come
I
up with these
know.
cases and like playing because I'm going through Ace Attorney investigations too right now. I'm finally
I need to get back on that. I need to get on that.
I'm on the final case. I'm finishing it up, but dude, some of these cases are so intricately written that I'm just like, dude, I don't know how the hell some of these writers come up with these cases and have them actually work. And then they have to come up with how to introduce certain characters, and they have to they have to come up with really logical reasons to, you know, object and find, press and find the evidence that you need. And it's like this must be a headache to develop for,
It's
especially in
gonna
some of
be
the more complex cases like that are in Ace Attorney
it's gonna be 10
or in
years since Ace
investigation.
Attorney 6 came out, right?
If it's as good as the second Great Ace game or the
Ace
third
Attorney
Ace
6.
Attorney or Ace Attorney 6 or Investigations 2, which is becoming one of my favorite ones, I would be okay with that. I'd rather they
10.
take their time and come out with something really, really cool
I
than just
know.
rush a new Ace Attorney and have all the cases be like big top turnabout. I'd rather that happen.
Gosh damn
But it gives
Ace
me hope for
Attorney.
Mega Man. It gives me hope for Devil May Cry too that they're gonna do. Like
I mean,
the thing too,
it
like
gives
we.
me
Oh,
it
go
gives me
ahead.
some hope that they it gives me some hope also that hopefully I really want them to re-release Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright.
But that's isn't that level 5 as
That's level
well?
5, yeah, but
Yeah,
level 5 is
which
kind of making a
hmm,
comeback right now as well,
that's
so,
true. And they have
you
their own.
know,
They have their own professor. Their new Professor Layton game that's coming out next year.
yeah.
I think it's called
So, I
World
don't
of
know.
Steam or something. Something like
Yeah,
that.
I hope they re-release that one because that
Yeah,
game it's stuck on 3DS and it is one of the most expensive 3DS games right now.
I'll say
And
this.
and here's the thing, Shu Takumi wrote that story. He wrote
Yeah,
that story, so that's another reason.
I don't mind the other writers they have involved, but I prefer Takumi be involved.
I don't know,
Obviously,
Takumi's nothing can beat Takumi's writing. After I compare the writing to like after 4, I mean Takumi wrote 4, but 5 and 6 he didn't. 5 and 6 he
5 is definitely the worst one. 5 is
is
definitely one of the worst ones. I would
6
say.
6 I know he helped out on it, but he didn't entirely write it. But he
Yeah,
helped out on it. And then I know he wrote the stories for both Great Ace Attorney.
yeah, and those
So
games, especially the second one, those games are really good.
yeah, I love Great Ace Attorney a
Yeah,
lot.
and then I will say though, we talk about dormant IPs. I think, and I mentioned Capcom earlier as well with the remasters, but them and Sega seem to be the ones that are actually seem to be the most committed to bringing back older IPs. Like you got Capcom is going to bring back Mega Man. They're probably going to bring back Ace Attorney. I would imagine at some point they're going to do Dino Crisis because it's just why wouldn't you? They're doing Onimusha next year. Resident Evil is still a thing. Street Fighter is still a thing. So it's all these classic franchises that they still have around. I think, and then you have Sega, who announced that they're going to be working on a new Golden Axe. They're going to be doing a new Jet Set Radio. They already released that Shinobi game that came out. Um, they still have Persona. They're still doing Sonic. They're still Like a Dragon has never been bigger. They have like a new IP coming from Ryoga Gotoku. They're bringing Virtua Fighter back from Ryoga Gotoku as well. I mean, those two in particular, it makes me look at Xbox and PlayStation and I'm like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
Look at
Like, there is
Nintendo. There's
no excuse for this. Like, not
I
bringing
look
them back.
no, I look at Nintendo as well. So
I will say Nintendo, at least they bring back more niche weird things than I
they
expect. Like I
they
never would have
bring
expected them to bring back Tomodachi Life. I never would have expected them to bring back what is it? The Famicom Detective Club.
oh
Regardless
yeah,
of the quality, it's like okay.
I forget I still need to play the third game for that.
Well, they also did that remaster of another Code, which I was stunned to see that they actually bothered. They remembered they had that IP and did that. So I'll give
But
Nintendo grace on that front because I feel like as far as bringing back dormant IPs, they do a really good job. I mean, hell,
but there's
regardless of quality, they brought back 2D, not only 2D Metroid, and they did Metroid Prime 4, which again, like the fact that it exists, it's like okay, fine. Like I wish it was better, but you know.
okay.
But anyway,
No,
that's all I gotta say about Mega Man. Like I just for the sake of the Mega Man fans, I hope it's really, really good. And considering it's Capcom and they have been on a batshit insane roll for the last 8 years now. I
they
mean,
really want Legends 3 still.
that's true. And
They still
people
want
need
Legends
this
3.
after Mighty Number Nine. Like people really need like after the fucking Mighty Number Nine crap. They really need like good Mega Man again.
Kenji Inafune was he's a fucking he really was just a money goer.
Well, I mean, Kamiya was right, where it's like he's a businessman, not a creative.
Wait, oh yeah, that's right. He called
Yeah,
him out like
he
that.
called him out before Mighty Number Nine came out, and people got really mad at people got really mad at Kamiya, but he turned out to be right. Sorry, like he did.
Yeah, he did.
Speaking of smaller games, one of the best announcements
It's
was
my favorite.
was
My
Bradley the
favorite.
Badger.
My
which
favorite,
I
you know.
love the look of this. Like,
When I first saw it, I'm like, what is this? I'm like,
I was curious to see what the lead behind Mario plus Rabbids would do, and this is not what I expected from him.
yeah. I saw this and I'm like, oh shit, oh, that's a forest of hands. I
Hmm.
didn't realize those were hands.
It
And
looks
then
it
I
looks
see
so cool.
Badgerborn. I thought that was the actual real name
That's
first,
what I
like
thought too.
Badgerborn. And then and then oh yeah, the stabbing with the pan. I was like,
I will say, the only thing that gives me pause about this game is the fact that they're going with like a satirical kind of like we're making fun of video games kind of thing, which that could go either way for me, but I don't know. I think it looks really cool, especially with their emphasis on like freeform
"Se-
puzzle solving and like
second
possessing,
bedroom.
yeah, or like possessing different items and making explosives out of things, and it's
The
just
last
constantly switching
badger.
genres and it's doing new stuff. I mean,
The
I just think it
last
looks
badger.
weird and fun, and it's just the writing is just gonna have to be really good in order for it to not be annoying for me. But then them doing FMVs,
Uh,
that kind of caught me off guard a little bit.
FMVs? What's FMVs?
Uh,
Furry music videos?
no, FMV,
I don't know what FMV stands for,
full
but
motion video.
okay. Yeah, which by the way, you should still play Mario plus Rabbids. Mario plus Rabbids are it's like they're
Eh,
great games. They are great games. They I know I thought I was kind of iffy on it too, but then finally I decided to give in because well, I mean, one, it was on sale that one year. I mean, it
mm-hmm.
always goes on sale.
It's
And
I have
I
it list. I've had it wish listed on Steam or not Steam on Switch for a number of years.
yeah, I mean, yes, the game runs at 30 frames per second,
Ugh,
unfortunately, but
ugh.
overall, the gameplay is super fun. Like, I played it, and it has an amazing godlike soundtrack. Like, the soundtrack, it's so godlike on both games. Both games.
I did listen to the parts of the sound. I did listen to the second one's soundtrack because the goddess Shimamura is involved, and
Yeah, she's
her
it.
her contributions for me are like so much better than the rest of it. That's like not even funny.
But yeah, no, her and Grant Kirkhope teaming up for the soundtrack for Sparks
Oh,
of
it's
Hope. I
dope.
was like, it's yeah. I listened to the when I was playing it. I'm like, okay. I'm like, holy shit, yeah. This game's awesome.
Well, then they had Gareth. I think then they have Gareth Cork involved, who I'm not like the biggest fan of. And then
I
I
don't
listened to
know,
his scores, and I'm like, eh. I will say though, he did a really good job on the scores for Ori and Immortals Phoenix Rising. It's just everything else I've heard from him just so I just think it's really bland. A lot of his
I don't
music.
know, but I know the 30 frames per second might be an issue for you, but those games, I love them. They're worth it. I'd say they're worth it.
I'll probably get around to it one
They
day.
always go on. They're on sale right now. They always go on sale like for like $10.
Hmm.
I see them like it is so cheap, and
Okay.
I'm just like, these are awesome games. I really hope people are playing them. But yeah,
But yeah,
I'm looking
Bradley
forward
the
to.
Badger, huge surprise. Huge surprise. I
Yep,
did not expect this at all.
this is my highlight. This is my highlight.
This is your number
Which,
one?
yep, I hope it's good. I hope it's good.
Hmm. I hope so too. But now we're gonna move on to Resident Evil Requiem.
And now I know you're excited for this.
Oh yeah, baby.
I
This looks so fucking
I
good. I
I
can't
wish
wait.
I want you know how I feel about this franchise. I want to get into this franchise, but you know how big of a fucking scaredy cat I am, and I know how I understand the fans' reaction to seeing Leon again because it's been what a long ass time since you guys seen Leon.
No, Leon. I mean, Leon was in the remake games, but it's been a while. It's not since six. Has he not been in a mainline title?
Yeah, that's what I mean by So
But
I understand the fans' reactions, and gosh damn it, I wish I could be part of that crowd. Holy fuck, this. This
You
franchise
still
is just too,
can. There's
it's too
time.
it's too scary for me. Holy crap.
Just play
I know you said
RE4. Play
and then
RE4.
and then what? After 4, where do I go then?
I don't know. Just use 4 as the test bed to see.
And then what? Go to
Or maybe
5?
or maybe RE remake would be better for you.
The
Either RE
5?
remake or RE4, and then depending on how you feel about those, then you can kind of start dipping your toe into the water
What
more and see what
what about
works.
how about House 5? I heard five's more of an action
No,
game.
don't start with 5. No. No, don't
What's wrong
start
with
with 5 or
5?
6. No, don't start with 5 or 6.
I'm
No.
not gonna touch 6. I know how much Joel hates 6. I know how much he hates 6
I
so
dislike
much.
6. I don't hate 6, but I just really don't like it. I'm not really crazy about 5 either. I just
I
5 also has the problem that if you're not playing with another person that's taking control of Shiva, it's just man, it can be miserable at times with the bad AI.
I just hear 5 is more of an action game.
That's when so here's my only concern with Requiem are the segments with Leon. Like I'm happy to see Leon again. That's cool. But the way they're talking about his sections are it's like it's going to be all out action. I'm going, all right, like I don't I mean, that's kind of why the series needed to be rebooted in the first place because RE5 and RE6 went like way too much with the action. So I get that they're gonna make Grace's story much more survival horror ish. I get that. That's fine. But I hope they strike the right tone, like more of an RE4 tone with the action than with 5 or 6 because those went to like comically stupid degrees. And I guess like you can make a case too that RE8 goes for that as well because there are moments in it. There are some set pieces in RE8 that are actually really goofy. Especially when you're going against I forget the guy's name at the end when it turns into a stupid mech battle basically. Like that's one of the ones I'm going okay fine like, yeah I get it, but
Is 8 more horror or
8 is more horror in the beginning, and then it starts to get more actiony towards the end. And then RE7 is much more consistently survival horror, but unfortunately, I just think the last level of that game is not good. Like it just really ends with a wet fart on that game in my opinion. It's a
yeah,
shame cuz I think the rest of it is so great and it's just that last level is just ugh.
7 I already know not to start with 7.
I'm telling you, dude, if you just give these a try and just expose yourself more to it, you'll get used to it and you'll be fine.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll
Telling
see.
you, with RE, start with like RE1 remake or
4
RE4. You don't need to
original.
play you don't need to play 1 through 3 to get 4. 4 it's pretty self-contained kind of thing. But
Yeah.
I'm excited about this. Like it was like the worst kept secret in the world that Leon was in this. Like the fucking worst kept secret ever. Like I
Wasn't it obvious for most fans when they saw
yeah,
the
I
teaser?
can't believe there were people unironically saying that like Leon's not going to be in this game. What are you talking about? It's like, are you serious? How stupid are you?
I mean, and is that mansion actually the mansion from the
The
original
Spencer
game?
Mansion? I don't know. It kind of looks like it from the outside, but
But if it is, it's like I'm not deep into this lore, but it's like why would they go back to the Spencer
well, they're
mansion?
in Raccoon City, so and they already showed an image of the iconic RC police station from 2. Like you see the statue out front and then you see it like in a more decrepit state in that very first trailer for Requiem.
And is this girl that we see at the beginning, is she the daughter that got kidnapped in 4?
No, that's not Ashley. This is Grace. This is a character. This is the daughter of a character from Resident Evil Outbreak.
Outbreak.
Outbreak's more of a spin-off title. Like, and you see the mom too in one of the trailers, and it's probably a flashback that details how she got killed, probably by
Okay,
Umbrella, I imagine.
but you don't have to play the spin-offs, do you?
No, you could
No.
you could stick with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, probably 9, and be okay. Like I've played some of the spin-offs, like Code Veronica and Zero.
Revelations.
I don't think I've ever played, or if I have, it's been a very long time, and I just don't remember. I know I've unfortunately played some of Raccoon Operation Raccoon City.
I heard
wasn't
bad things about that
wasn't
one.
very good. I never touched Umbrella Corps, which sucks from everything that I've seen. Never wanted to touch the multiplayer modes. Like, what was it, Resistance or something? Didn't care about that at all. There was another one. There was like two multiplayer modes they tried making a thing, and they just did not. There's
I
one that
know
was like
there
a.
was
There's one that was like a cell shaded one that I was just like, what the fuck is this? This looks so ugly, and I don't remember
I
if that
saw
was.
I know there was a I was Resistance on 3DS because I know there was a 3DS multiplayer game.
Uh,
I remember
no,
it.
Resistance. Resistance, I think, came later, but there was one,
I know there
or
was a
maybe not.
multiplayer
No,
Resident
hold
Evil
on.
game that was on the 3DS, and I remember it was on sale when the eShop was closing.
I'm curious. Hold on. Oh no, it was Mercenaries 3D.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, that was
I never played
multiplayer.
that one, but
That was multiplayer only. So
I don't know why the hell Capcom. I mean, this was during Reverse.
Capcom.
That's what it was called. Reverse. That piece of shit. So I get the idea of Capcom back when they were like in their darker days trying to make more multiplayer Resident Evil, and like I understand the idea, but man, they like the execution has just been so shit with a lot of these multiplayer Resident Evil games. Then like I just think multiplayer is just not the way to go for Resident Evil, cuz like Resident Evil for me, what I get out of it the most is just the isolation. Like the general isolation of it, and the general like you feeling very small and underpowered and weak against these like big monstrous creatures. That's my favorite part of Resident Evil. Even though some of my favorite games in the franchise aren't like that at all. Like so like RE4 really is not like that, considering Leon by this point is a special ops agent. But some of like the good, like really like some of like the scariest ones where you just feel completely like outclassed and you're surviving by the skin of your teeth, like Resident Evil 2, OG Resident Evil 3, RE7. It's when it starts getting into like its action phase shit. It's where I'm like, oh, okay, like, all right, uh, no thanks. I'm good. Don't need that. Especially with 5 and 6, which I just think I don't hate either of them, but I'm like, eh. Anyway, the final game that I wanted to talk about is should be obvious for anyone who knows me, which is Gang of Dragon. Which this game, unfortunately, we haven't seen any gameplay of it, but I think this game looks fucking sick. Like
And it's from the same guy that did Yakuza.
it's from
Actually, no. Let me correct that. The
mm,
same guy that did Super Monkey Ball.
that too. Yeah, from
He
Toshihiro
did.
Nagoshi. Yeah,
Yeah, he worked on Super Monkey Ball, and then
yeah.
he worked on
He worked on
Yakuza.
Binary Domain as well, I believe, when he was at
You know,
Sega.
you know, before he left Sega, he did work on the remake
Monkey Ball.
for the first two Monkey Ball games. Yeah,
Yeah, he did.
Monkey Ball was like his it's like his baby. It's got if you look at old images of him, like from like during his Monkey Ball days to now, he looks so much different.
Well, he's just not.
Like
He's not like he's strictly known as the Yakuza creator to many people, but he's had besides Yakuza, he still had a pretty storied history at Sega.
no, yeah, but if you look at like images of what he looked like during his before his Yakuza days, like you can see the transformation.
Mm-hmm.
Like before, like he wasn't even dressing up like though he the way he dresses right now is not even how he used to dress during his monkey ball days.
Yeah.
Like you can like once he started like you can tell like something about him just changed.
There's also a line that he's said before about he dresses in whatever way like his girlfriend at the time likes. That's I remember that's one of his quotes.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he said
Okay, yeah.
that, which I thought was pretty
So
funny.
that must have been a really bad relationship,
No,
probably.
no, no. It's just, he was making more of a case of that's not what he was. That's not what he meant. But I don't know. But I think this game, like, look, I love Yakuza. Like, I love Like a Dragon. I ride or die for that series. That's one of like my go-to series. But I will say I do miss some of the more like darker elements that were in the story when like Kiryu was still around, like in like Yakuza 0 and 2 and 4. I love Ichiban. I think Ichiban is a great character, but I feel like Yakuza has changed quite a bit outside of the like the typical like gangster shit because it is much more goofy and outlandish. Even by Yakuza standards, it's much more goofy and outlandish nowadays because they kind of just embraced the like the insanity of it, which I'm fine with because like it's given us two fucking great games in the form of 7 and 8, which I think are great. But there is a section of the fan base that would like to go back more to the like brawler, violent gangster shit from like the previous days. And I feel like this could be an opportunity to appeal to those fans of Yakuza who really want to see something much more dark and violent. And like this dude, like in the this dude, people are getting shot in the face. This dude is like punching people, he's shooting guns. I mean, this guy just I don't know who this guy is, but what a G. I mean, this guy looks like he could knock the shit out of you if you got into a fight with
Kingpin.
him.
Kingpin.
Oh, but actually, you know what? I did find a blurb from Steam. So I'm going to read what it says. So this is the overview according to Nagoshi Studio. So Gang of Dragon is a new action adventure game set in Kabukicho Shinjuku, Tokyo's iconic nightlife district. Protagonist Shin Ji-sung is a high-ranking member of a Korean crime syndicate and is portrayed by celebrated Korean actor Ma Dong-seok, who also goes by Don Lee. So, players will engage in visceral hand-to-hand combat, showcasing Shin's overwhelming physical strength, while also wielding swords, firearms, and unleashing a wide range of combat techniques. Additionally, players can race through the vibrant streets of Shinjuku, experiencing exhilarating high-speed car chases, which is something we really don't often get in Yakuza. Lastly, the game's scenario and overall direction are led by Toshihiro Nagoshi, who is widely recognized for his emotionally rich, character-driven storytelling, which is true. But I've seen some people make fun of this game by saying, "Well, Nagoshi just left Sega to go make Yakuza," saying like, "Why did he leave to go make this?" And I think I don't know this for certain, but with where they've taken the direction they've taken with Yakuza, I have to wonder if Nagoshi thought to himself, I really don't want to be a part of this anymore. I kind of want to go off and do my own thing and do a new Yakuza story and tell it my own way without the baggage of all of these games. Because that's a big barrier to entry for a lot of people with Yakuza. They see the newer ones and they go, that looks fun, but I just don't want to bother because there's like tons of homework I have to do. Because
That's
it
me.
takes a massive commitment to get through all of the Yakuza games because they're just so fucking huge.
That's me.
So this might be an opportunity for people who have never played a Yakuza game, who see this and think to themselves, this is from the creator of Yakuza, but it's a whole new story with whole new characters, whole new world. Definitely the same setting, as Yakuza, which I think is funny. But I also love that the abbreviation for this game is God, just hilarious. Um, but I feel like this is a good opportunity for people to come in and see this like gangster shit that people have been
Yeah.
hearing about Yakuza. I mean, just look at that, like even just this like opening bit where he's like fighting somebody, stabbing him through the gut. It's pretty visceral.
I mean, I started
So,
off with Judgment, and even the more I've played it, like despite it being fun, I can see why I started off in probably the wrong place.
well, Judge the Judgment series is a spinoff, and you don't
Well,
need to
yeah,
know about Yakuza to get into Judgment series.
no, yeah, I know, but even then, I can see like there are times when I just feel restricted sometimes when I'm playing Judgment. Like
Restricted? How?
I don't know how to I don't know how to word it, but I just don't feel like there is enough fighting as I was expecting it there to be.
There's a lot of fighting in such Judgment.
Maybe I just haven't gotten there because keep in mind I'm on chapter 2.
Well, there you go. That's dude. There's like fucking 15 chapters in the game. Like, what are you talking about? Like, come on,
I'm
Richard.
sorry.
Richard, you're on chapter 2. That's like saying that's like well, it's like wow, I got to Mysterious Tower in KH2, and there hasn't been enough fighting. It's like yeah, because you barely started it, dude. So
Damn.
get your ass back to Judgment and hurry. Like get to the fucking game. Let's go. Chop
All
chop.
right, all right,
Get
all
to the
right.
game. Chop chop.
Then I can I touch Yakuza 0 or should I might as well just
You
go
should have just
proceed?
touched Yakuza 0 to begin with. Dude, you and Mario, I've been telling you guys like Yakuza 0, Yakuza 0, Yakuza 0. And then it's like, duh, what do I
Director's
play? Yakuza
director's
0.
director's cut came out though.
Don't play director. It's unfortunate that you're forced to play director's cut.
Why? What's wrong with director's cut?
Director's cut has like a few scenes that I just feel like are so unnecessary to the game that it's like, nah, it's like not this.
I guess I don't know, but
I prefer the original version of Zero. It's a real shame that they delisted it. Now they have these fucking stupid cutscenes in it, but yeah, I start
you know,
with
Mario,
just play
I
Judgment.
will.
Just play Judgment. Like
I'll finish it. Yes.
you're on
You
chapter
know,
2.
Mark,
Like you've already dipped your toe into it.
I
You need to
know
keep going with that shit.
that game's been on hold since Expedition 33.
There you go. Now you're done with Expedition 33.
Yeah,
You
I
can
should really
play.
get back on. Yes, yes, you're not wrong on that. You know, Mario still has that copy of Yakuza 0
No,
that
he
you
lost
gifted
it.
him.
I know he lost it.
He
I think
wait,
he lost it.
he lost.
I think so, but I'd have to ask him again. But
Gosh, damn
the
it!
thing is with Yakuza 2, which I understand, like it's it is. I still have my PS4 copy of Yakuza, which would still work with the PS5. Yeah, thankfully it's not going to update to the stupid ass um director's cut. I don't think mine does either. Which I have it digitally, but so I don't think my copy upgrades. Thankfully, I just want to keep the original version the way it is. But the problem with Yakuza 0 is like I understand that you can't really play it in front of like family cuz
Why?
it's I'm pretty sure we
What?
lost that game. Oh, that sucks. But hey, Reticle Gaming, how's it going? Uh I how do I put this? Or what the fuck? Like
Look,
why am I trying to think? It's a very pervy game at times. I'll say it like that. There are some side stories, and this is something that I have missed from Yakuza because like they've kind of like look. I love again. I love 8. I love 7. I'm happy that it's getting more mainstream exposure because it's a great series. But I will say that it has definitely leaned away more from the like the more risque pervy things that have happened that have been like side stories or side content in the previous games. Some of the darker stuff, but like for instance in Yakuza 0, there's a side mission where you you teach a dominatrix to be more assertive, and she's like all decked out in the dominatrix get up. And so in order to, and this is one of the more tame ones, and this is where like you get her to, it's like, okay, you take her out to like a park, and you're going, okay, I'm gonna take you to this park, and you're going to yell at me and be and like degrade me. You're gonna practice being a dominatrix because that's what dominatrixes do. So you take her to the park, and she starts going like, you can. It's like, okay, say this, and she can't because she's too nice of a person. So then, then in the side quest, there's like children to start to gather around the two of you, and like I can imagine a parent walking in and seeing a dominatrix dressed up, standing in front of children, and yelling at Kiryu, "You fucking pig! Do I have to punish you?" Like I can kind of get that it's like, okay, like maybe don't have a, and I'm defending Mario in this case. It's like maybe you don't have a parent like that are more like they see sexual things and they're like, I don't want my child playing this. Like I get
Well,
it to a certain degree.
m-
I
yeah.
get it,
Okay.
but
Okay. Okay.
there is
I
a
see.
dominatrix in Yakuza 0. Yeah, no, it's that side quest. And then in I'd have to think back cuz it's been a long time since I've played 1 and 2.
How many hours were
Uh
in each of these games?
dude, it is
Are they that big, each of them?
dude, I'd have to look up how many hours I spent with 8 to get the platinum, but I would not be shocked if it was close to 100 hours.
Oh, I'm talking about zero.
Oh, Zero's huge. Dude, Zero has some of the best side activities in the series. Zero is to me like maybe like I could understand somebody making the case that Zero is the best one. And Kiryu questions himself. Yeah. Oh, and in 7 there was also oh, and in Judgment. I'm not gonna spoil. I don't want to spoil it just because you're gonna play Judgment. You will play Judgment. I will be keeping track of you, but
Yes.
there are some parts of Judgment. I'll say this: there's a character in Judgment called Ass Ketchum.
Okay.
So that's all I will say, and it leads to like one of the funniest side activities I have ever seen in this series. It
I
is
know there.
point I
I know
laughed
there.
out loud. What like I had like tears in my eyes when I played that.
I know there
I
was
was
a
laughing
side
so
quest
hard.
where I had to. I think I had to. I think someone stole a woman's panties, and I
Yes,
guess I
that's the
had to.
one. It's her brother coming in and like some pervert stole my sister's panties.
I did that
And
side
then
quest.
the Twisted Trio. That's right, David. Yeah. How did they not get sued by Pokemon? Well, they have a full-on Pokemon mode in Yakuza 0. Or not in Yakuza 8. And it is awesome. Like it is better than every Pokemon game I've played over the last like
That's
10
the reason.
years.
That's one of the reasons why I want to play it. I would love to
Yakuza
play
8 has an amazing Pokemon side activity.
Sujimon.
Sujimon, and then it has the Animal Crossing the Dundoko Island, which I think is really funny.
I want to play
Um
that.
and then like David said, the hostess mini game, that thing was like my crack when I played that. The Hostess Club Management Simulator, that was my crack when I played that for the first time. And then I think they're bringing it back in, which is why like it's like one of the big reasons I want to play. Besides it like being Yakuza 3, which I really like. They had like the remake, the Kiwami version of 3. They're gonna bring back the Hostess Club, I believe, and I think even Dark Ties might have it as well. The bundle side game that's coming with it. That's another thing too with Yakuza, which was something I hope Gang of Dragon. We're talking about Yakuza, but well, it's King of Dragon. But the thing with Yakuza too is that Yakuza is one of the best values as far as games. Like anytime, I would say with rare exception, I would say maybe with the exception of Kiwami 1, which I think is one of the weaker games in the series. I thought Dark Ties was Kiwami 3. Yeah, Kiwami 3 is its own thing, and then Dark Ties is a little spin-off title that focuses around the villain from Kiwami 3. It's like a side story, from what I understand. But I've heard it's about the same length as the man who erased his name of sorts. So that's cool. Like I love that. I wish they would just release Dark Ties by itself. I would buy it just by itself and then play Kiwami 3 later, but I want to play Dark Ties, so I gotta get Kiwami 3. That's how they get me. God damn it. Um,
How long did it take you to go through every single game though? Like, did you just go from one to the next, or did you
no,
like?
I had never played a Yakuza game until 0. Like I had heard. No, actually, no. I take that back. I had tried playing Yakuza 5. That was my first one, and I just didn't really like it at the time, and I just didn't really get it. Oh, the Catfight Club. That's right. And then in Yakuza, I played a little bit of Yakuza 6, and again, it was more like, okay. And then I played Yakuza 0, I think about a year after it came out, and I fucking loved it. I was like, this is awesome. Like, why have I not played these games, like, ever? This is hilarious. It is wild. It's like, because I always assumed for many years that Yakuza was basically like the Japanese GTA. That's kind of the vibe that I got from it. Just being like a stupid kid, not really knowing anything, not really trying it. And then I actually played 0, and I fucking loved it. Like, I fell head over heels in love with 0. And I was like, I gotta play more of these. So then I played Kiwami 1, I played 2, and then I played 3, 4, 5. I think the only one I never completed was 6, which I know how 6 ends, but I think that's the only one I never completed. I'll have to go back to that at some point. But and then I got into, I think, what did Judgment come out? I'm trying to remember if Judgment came out before or after. No, Judgment came out before 7, because 7 came out in 2020. Judgment came out in 2019. So I played that, and that was really good. And then I played 7, and like, yeah, that's right. Sleeping Dogs. You're right, Shinobi. Sleeping Dogs is basically the Eastern version of GTA. But then with Judgment, I looked at it and I'm like, this looks really cool. This is like a detective more kind of thing. Like, I really like that. I really like Judge Eyes. And then Yakuza 7, because I remember they did one year they did an April Fool's joke where they said, hey guys, we're gonna make Yakuza into a turn-based RPG. And that was like their April Fool's thing, where they made like a short little vertical slice of them actually fighting one of the bosses that ended up being in 7. This like pile driver that it's like they fight an actual pile driver that was in the game. And then I remember looking at that April Fool's video. I'm sorry, I'm not letting you talk. I love Yakuza. I'm just going on and on about it.
I know.
But
No, you're good. You're good.
I remember looking at that April Fool's video and thinking to myself, this is an April Fool's video, but I would play the shit out of a turn-based RPG Yakuza game. That would be fucking awesome, especially the way they showed it in that April Fool's video. I would play the shit out of this. This looks so much fun. And then I think the next year they went, hey, that was not an April Fool's joke. We're actually going to do a turn-based Yakuza 7. And I'm like, holy shit. I was like, holy shit. This is like so my thing. Because I love turn-based RPGs. And I was like, dude, they're making Yakuza into a fucking turn-based RPG. And that I love. I know I even need to go back and play 7 again, but 7, in my opinion, is probably the best game in the series. Like, that game is amazing. Like, I love Yakuza 7. And that has some of the best side activities in the series. That has some of the best side stories. It has one of the most compelling main stories in the series. It has some of the best performances. It has one of the best villains, in my opinion. Just that game's side activities, like the side stories, are like career, like peak storytelling for that series. And I don't think they've ever been able to hit that high again with Yakuza 7 side stories. Because like one of the best ones, I don't know if you've ever seen this meme or not, but there's one of the ones that introduces the vocational school where it's like you go and you take tests in order to get like charisma points and stuff like that in order to max out your confidence or other stats. There's one part where you go up to this guy and this guy is like speaking English and he's like, "Can you tell me how to get to the station?" And then because like you're playing in Japanese, he's like, "Huh?" It's like, and the English guy's like, "Can you tell me how to get to the station?" And he just looks like the most generic white American man ever. and and then not Kiru, Ichiban tries answering him in Japanese. He's like, he tells him like try to like and like points, and the guy's like, "I don't know what you're saying." And then the guy that does the vocational school comes up and he's like, he's bragging in Japanese. He's like, "I've been educated, I know English." And so the guy, he walks up to the American guy and the guy goes like, "Can you tell me how to get to the station?" The guy in the most broken English just goes like, "Go straight, go and turn right, go, 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 go your way, believe yourself." It's like, just shit like that is so fucking funny. And then the guy goes, "Oh, thanks." And then the guy just shouts like, "You are welcome," in the most fucking broken English.
Oh my
It's like
gosh.
amazing just how funny. Like again, I feel like every time I've ever played one of these Yakuza games, there's always at least one point that always makes me laugh to the point where I'm like tears in my eyes. Just if it's like a random thing that will happen or something somebody says. It's very difficult to do comedy in video games well, but I feel like Yakuza is so good at doing comedy. And same with Judgment as well. And I hope they don't abandon the comedy fully in Gang of Dragon. Going back to Gang of Dragon, they might have been talking about it for the last like 15 minutes. Going back to Gang of Dragon, um I think the comparison that Nagoshi has said is that he wants to make it like a Tarantino movie, which I'm not against that, but that's not really why I play Yakuza, to have it be like a Tarantino movie. So, but I don't know if they're going to do their own spin, if he's going to do his own spin on it, more like what he wants it to be. Um I don't know, man. Um I'm I'm fucking feasting on like Japanese gangster shit.
No,
Like
I might give Gang of Dragon a try. I mean, it's
like
the first of its own, so
yeah,
I might
like
as well.
oh, it does stab. Damn. Like they have RGG is doing, I assume they're making Yakuza 9. They have Kiwami 3 coming out with Dark Ties. Then they're doing Stranger Than Heaven, which looks very promising, and I would love to see more of it. I don't know why that wasn't at the Game Awards. I really was hoping it would be there so I could see more of it. And then they have this coming out from Nagoshi, the godfather of Yakuza himself. Dude, I am feasting on Japanese gangster shit. Like I am
Might
just
be,
like, this is like a massive buffet that I'm just like, oh man, like there's
we could
so much to play. Just oh my god, there's
might
so
be time
much.
might be time for us to grab some KBBQ.
Nah.
No, not anytime soon.
Nah. I gotta watch. I got shit coming. I got stuff happening in these next few months. I gotta save money. But
Okay,
anyway,
well, that's there.
I'm going to. I don't know if you have to be anywhere, Richard, but I'm gonna read the chat for a little
I
bit.
got I got nowhere.
Okay, so I'm
Well,
gonna read.
I mean, I have work at
Not
4:30.
till later.
I mean, but
Okay,
I actually did want to rest up
but
for a little bit.
you're interested in trying Gang of Dragon though.
Yeah, I
So
am. I am. But yeah, I need to get on. I need to get on Judgment, but
I hope there's a Japanese dub for this game. That's like, I'm really surprised they debuted it in English, which I'm not the biggest fan of that. That them being like, here's the Yakuza spiritual successor from the godfather of Yakuza, Nagoshi himself, and it's like in English, because I have no respect for people who play these games unless you're like blind, which is like at that point, why are you playing Yakuza if you're blind? I don't get that. No offense, but
I don't know. I guess the same thing about Dragon Quest. I don't know why people play it in English. I like it in Japanese
I
more.
actually I actually play it in English because I really like the English voice acting they always bring to it. Like
I prefer the
I
Japanese
think the
voices.
dub cast for Dragon Quest 8 is like top tier. It's like it's one of my favorite dubs of all time in a video game.
Nah, I listen to the Dragon Quest 11 voices, and then in both Japanese and English, I prefer their Japanese voices
Mm.
more.
I don't remember if I
Way
played it in
more.
Japanese or not. I think I or maybe I did play it in English. I don't remember. It's been so long, but
I love DQ11. I love
I love it
DQ11.
too. But like, dude, you got to play Dragon Quest 8 with those like English voice acting is so good. Just I love the characters have so much personality in their English dub. Like they did a level 5 and Square Enix did an amazing job finding the right
Yeah.
voice talent for that. They did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Um but anyway, let me read through the comments. Let's see, Shinobi says, "Sorry, I had to go to Walmart. By the way, they still don't have any Xbox consoles for sale." Good. Thank God I bought Yakuza 0 on Xbox One before they delisted it for the Xbox One. Going back to something I mentioned earlier, if Game Pass goes to $40 a month, I will not buy it. That's a ripoff. Um, there is a dominatrix. Yeah, there is in Yakuza 0. Oh, that's right. They also have like a porn shop house in the game,
Oh
which
my
you can like
gosh.
go in and watch. Oh, that's right. You can go in Yakuza 0 and watch like girls in bikinis blow up balloons and play with them. And like
What the fuck?
I guess people in Japan think that's sexy because they have like tissues that you can use for like your cum shot.
The
when you're
fuck?
when,
What?
they don't
What?
actually show it in they don't show like Kiryu, but you like they don't show Kiryu like jerking off into a Kleenex, but like you know that that's what's happening. You know. Plus, you get to watch the full video of like these live action Japanese girls in like short ass bikinis blowing up balloons and playing with them. Like that's the kind of shit I'm talking about that they don't really have anymore in Yakuza. That I thought like, look, you can call it perverted, whatever, but that I feel like gave it some. I feel like exploring that kind of thing gave it authenticity because it's like the seedier underbelly of Japan, which I think that's
Bro.
like really the spirit of Yakuza as well, that
And
they've kind of
and now
drifted
here
away from.
and now here's a stupid question, but are they all rated M?
Yes.
I
Well, they
figured.
even without the violence, they swear or the sex, they swear so much in those games.
It has to be rated M. There's no way this could be rated T for teen.
Well, I mean, I don't want a T for teen Yakuza game or Yakuza successor. That would suck.
No,
We
that
definitely know Stranger Than Heaven's not going to be T because that dude get fucking stabbed in the throat with a bottle and the blood just spews out. It's like no way. That's M, which I'm fine with. I'm okay with that.
I just realized something.
Hmm.
Wait, I feel stupid asking this as well, but T
Okay.
for teen games still exists, right? Because I feel like it's most of the time it's either E or M games that I play.
There's T rated. I mean,
Okay.
Final Fantasy remake and
Oh no,
rebirth are T.
that's T. That's T. Okay, no. Oh my god.
I don't
Oh
even,
no.
dude. I don't even like pay attention to that anymore, just
I don't
because
pay
like
attention to
I
it
don't
either.
have to.
When you're a kid, you pay attention to it because it's like your
You
parents
have to
worry
convince your
about what you're
parents to get it for
playing.
you. Yeah,
Yeah, and now that you're an adult, it's like you don't care.
yeah.
I
Um,
forgot that there was an EC rating as well, but EC games rarely ever get made.
yeah. Oh yeah. Where the hell was Stranger Than Heaven at the Game Awards? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I believe in Yakuza Kiwami 2. You have to use a host's measurements for a puzzle. Oh, it's been a while since I played Kiwami 2, but I wouldn't be surprised. LMAO, how do they not get sued by Pokemon? I doubt even Nintendo would have a case like calling that. If you're referring to like Ask Ketchum or the Pokemon game from 8, I really doubt Pokemon would bother to sue them just because it's like Nintendo and Sega kind of they're like pretty chummy, so I doubt Pokemon would sue
I've
them.
always want I want to play Sujimon. They
That's a
should turn it into
it's
they should
I
turn it
would
into an actual game.
I
I
would
would love to
pay
see a
I would pay
full-on
money for
Suji.
them to make like a full on Sujimon game because I feel like if they just expanded the combat a little more from what they had in 8 and the side activity in 8, that would actually be like really fun. That'd be a really fun game. Be better than any Pokemon game coming out these days, and it would look a lot better too, and run a
Oh
lot better
gosh,
too.
yeah, no, the Pokemon games suck
Um,
now.
remember in Yakuza Kiwami, the version of Pokemon was having hot women battle with each other in swimsuits. Oh, I don't remember that. Oh no, it was Beetle outfit. Oh, I don't remember that either. There's the Catfight Club in Yakuza 0, yeah. I only played through Kiwami 1. I'm currently playing through 0 on my channel. Oh, nice. 0 is amazing. I'm on chapter 4 as Majima. Yeah, I love Majima. Even though he's like a way toned down version of Majima that we get in later games, I love Majima in 0. Like I love his relationship with the blind girl. Like it's so good. Um, let's see. Lost Judgment's 2021, yeah. I have all the Yakuzas, including 8 and Pirate Majima. I refuse to play the Yakuza games in English though, because I lost that comment. I refuse to play the Yakuza games in English though. I'm sorry, but Youngie is horrible. It's cute. Yeah, I mean, putting my intense dislike of Youngie aside, um, I think he was like so poorly cast for Kiryu. And I don't blame him just because it's like it's ultimately Sega's choice. And I feel like Sega just I don't know what they were thinking making Young Gia like the voice of older cancer-stricken Kiryu. I just don't get that at all. That was such a bad call. I don't
I
know.
still I
I
still
don't
don't
know.
like Sega's casting of the current Sonic cast right now.
Mm.
I don't pe- I had to bring that up because you brought up casting.
Oh,
So
that's
I was
well. I
like,
was reading some of the comments, which are accurate.
nah, no, I
My
don't
friend
I
told
don't
me that
that's
Eastern
the
games are better than Western, that they're made with love and not filled with propaganda and woke stuff. Would you agree? No, just because Japanese games are mostly better than most Western AAA slop. I would say it depends on like what kind of game we're talking about. Like I'm not a fan of this like narrative that Eastern games are automatically better than Western games because they have less of like the DEI stuff. I don't like that kind of talk, and I'm not saying like Shinobi, you're like preaching that to me, but it's I just see that narrative being built around, and I'm like, guys, there are plenty of Western games that are like terrific. That I mean, look at like Expedition, like I keep going back to Expedition 33, but like I look at Expedition 33, that has what like it's like mainly like female led cast. Some of the best characters in that, like a lot of the best characters in that game are women. You have an Asian
CL.
lady. You have
CL.
yeah, CL, you have Mael. It's like it's really not. It's like I don't know. It's just it's I don't know. I just I don't know. Like
I wish I could have used CL more. CL's very I could
once
never
you get a
figure out
hang
how
of
she
CL, like
works.
how she uses the moon and the sun stuff, that stuff is
Yeah,
broken as shit when you get like a good build in with her. It's so good.
I was barely I had trouble figuring that out. I feel like she was the most difficult for me to figure
Yeah.
out.
There's a lot of bad games that come from Japan too as well, which like I would say I'm more partial to Japanese games these days, but I wouldn't make this argument that they're better just because it's like less of the DEI stuff, which I think I will say can get very annoying in certain games, especially like I'm the ones that are like I am like very self like especially something like Dragon Age the Veilguard, which is like so obnoxious with how like self-congratulatory they are about they're like look at us, look how we talk about non-binary people and trans people. It's like shut up. Like I don't like fine, I don't care, have a non-binary character, have a trans, I don't give a shit, but like them writing a scene where like a character does push-ups to apologize for like misgendering somebody. It's like, Jesus Christ, like really? Like no wonder that game fucking flopped. It's like so obnoxious.
That sounds
So obnoxious.
I would not want to play that.
And it's like that game feels like it was written by children or intellectually
Or
stunted
AI.
adults. Like that's
AI.
the other thing. I can't. I don't want to talk about Dragon Age Veilguard. I just don't want to talk about it. But I have all the Yakuzas, including 8 and Pirate Majima. Pirate Majima is fun. I refuse to play the Yakuza games in English. Oh, I already read that. My bad. Breaking the law. Oh God. Yangus, Jessica, and Angelo. Yeah, those, especially Yangus's voice, and Dual Magus's voices are so good. I prefer attractive women over ugly women in video games. I mean, I don't really care one way or another. I mean, if the ugly woman plays better than the hot woman, that's fine. Like, if I'm fighting demons and it's good gameplay, I'm not going to be thinking like, excuse me, I'm not going to be thinking like, wow, this woman is so ugly, it's ruining the game for me. Like, I think Stellar Blade is like one of the most mediocre games I've played in recent years, and she's like hot as shit, and I'm just like, that's not like, I think like outside of her ass being like thrust in my face like every 5 seconds, I wasn't thinking like, oh man, Steve is not Steve. Eve is so hot that it's making me forget how boring this gameplay is.
Look at Fat Princess. She's obese as fuck.
Or like Bayonetta. Like Bayonetta is hot. I still think Bayonetta 3 was a
Bayonetta's
piece of shit.
Look, okay,
Nah,
okay
she's hot.
looking.
Like, come on. Nah, she's hot.
Nah, she's okay looking, and I'm gonna be real. Her Bayonetta 3 fucking. Wait, we already talked about it. Yeah,
I
Bayonetta
think
3
like
fucking.
Atsu is kind of cute from Yote. I don't get like why people are like hating on her. Like ugh, she's ugly. I'm like, settle down.
MJ,
like
MJ,
settle down.
Spider-Man,
Go get laid. Like go settle down. But
MJ and Spider-Man 2
let's
was
see.
ugly.
I hate his ego, by the way. Look at me, I'm Kiryu. Eat shit. I don't care if you hate me, I'm Kiryu. Bro, enough with the ego. Well, like, I don't think that's exactly what he said. I think Yongye said, like, I worked for the, like, I slaved for this role or something like that. I'm like the best. I worked hard for it. And I'm kind of like, dude, you're getting like put in there out of favoritism, because like I
Oh, young,
guarantee that's and it's like, dude, you're a big YouTuber. You like all you do is like read the fucking news, and now all of a sudden you give your like milquetoast mediocre obvious take on any kind of topic out there, and you think that gives you the right to be Kidu. Like, no, like this is why I can't stand Young Ye, because it's like
I like
his
Young. Yeah.
huh.
I like Young. Yeah, I barely started watching him this year.
He is so boring though. Like every time he makes a video, it's always like him reading the news, and then he just gives the most like milquetoast obvious take possible. Like when he talks about Xbox, it's like Xbox Game Pass is now not a good value. And all he did is like spend most of the video reading the fucking press review and reading people's comments. It's like, yeah, no shit, dude. Like, do you have anything original to say? Like at all? Do you do like game reviews? Do you like what are you like? And then when he fucking like, I think the big one is when he talked about Cyberpunk, and he was going like on and on about how great Cyberpunk was, and then it was revealed later like, wow, Cyberpunk runs like total dog shit. And then he's like, oh yeah, I shouldn't have done that review. It's like, okay, so you openly shilled for Cyberpunk when you knew that it was all fucked up, and you took the money anyway, and you put CDPR's B-roll footage that they told you to get because that was part of the contract stipulation for you getting an early copy of Cyberpunk. Cool. So you're a fucking shill. Awesome. Like, awesome. You're a shill. It's like,
Thanks for watching.
I have no respect. I have no respect for Young. I'm sure Young Ye is a very nice person in real life, but as a content creator, I have no respect for Young Ye. Like, I don't care. I don't know if that's like a hot take or whatever. He just like, to me, he belongs in the same camp as a lot of these people that just have the same fucking milquetoast, boring ass motherfucking like conversations with one another. They all have the same boring ass opinions. They all share the same fucking taste in games. They all preach about the same social issues. It's like, okay, dude, cool. Like, bye. He's like the male Alana Pierce to me. And I don't hate Alana Pierce as much as like some people do, but she is just so boring and like predictable as a content creator. Like so boring and milquetoast. Just my god. And the way they like this industry just like fall over themselves to put Young Gia and fucking Alana Pierce in a bunch of shit. It's like Jesus Christ.
That was another thing I didn't
Like
say about the Game Award. Holy shit. I hate looking at judging by how big AAA game the amount of AAA games they show, it already reminds me of how gosh damn, like I knew the gaming industry was always corporate, but the amount of corporatism it's gotten over the years, it's
actually I felt like this one was like much I actually thought this one was like much less worse. Like much less bad compared to some years in the past.
no, yeah, I agree on that part, but I'm always reminded. Maybe
Yeah.
just because, like I told you, like how I'd rather much play smaller games more than bigger games, so
Yeah.
maybe that's why.
So I'm gonna wrap it up with these final three comments. I apologize to anyone else who's gonna make a comment after these next three. I'm just not gonna get around to because I gotta get going. But David says Kiryu needs a specific voice in order to work. He's supposed to be the stoic badass with the heart of gold. Kuroda's deep baritone voice helps solidify Kiryu's personality. Yep, exactly. Fucking Yang Ye, just because you put some bass over Yang Ye's voice, that doesn't make him sound like Kiryu. It just makes him sound like a weird auto-tuned version of Young Ye.
Young
Um,
Yao.
uh,
That's how he ends his videos. Thanks for watching,
I
Young Yao.
yeah, I know. I used to watch Young Ye back when I was dumber. I know that. I know.
Maybe I have. Okay.
Back when he did the I actually will I'll give Young Ye this much credit. I liked his early Death Stranding videos when they were like when that game was first announced and like how like he like overanalyzed the shit out of trailers. Like I appreciated that. I thought that was like if he had just stuck with that, like covering Kojima shit, I'd be okay with that. It's when he started getting into like gaming news and then all of his thumbnails they look exactly like it's him going like making goofy fucking faces while like these like exaggerated things are happening around the thumbnail and it's like okay so you're just like every other fucking content creator that's like trying to go for the algorithm. It's like all right whatever like your same old milk toast ass opinion. Okay whatever, shilling fucking games and yeah I get it. By the way, speaking of Western games, did you see that Attack on Titan's collaboration in Assassin's Creed Shadows? That was one of the most cringeworthy things I've ever seen in gaming. I've seen pictures from it, but I haven't watched actual videos. But it looks so bad, and I am so sick of these crossover collaborations in video games. I am so tired of it. I was tired of it long before Beavis and Butthead was in Call of Duty, but it takes like very specific crossovers for it to like not make me roll my eyes. Like Killzone and Halo being in Helldivers 2, that makes sense to me. Um I guess I'm trying to think of what other crossovers. Anything in Fortnite I think is fine again because I think Fortnite is just this openly shill corporatist thing that any company can use as a way to hawk their products. Like I actually say that in one of the upcoming videos I have, but I think next week's video I mentioned something like that because I'm talking about a different game. But I guess I'll spoil what next week's video is going to be about. It's about Destiny. And one of the things I talk about is like the Star Wars expansion that they just added to it, which to me is like one of the most desperate things I've ever seen. It looks so like I get that Star Wars is one of Destiny's main inspirations, but that's what it is, an inspiration. Don't put fucking Temu Kylo Ren and Temu Death Star in Destiny. Like it looks pathetic. It just looks like Sony and Bungie are like, we need to revitalize this dying game, so let's fucking shove Star Wars into Destiny. It looks so shit. I hate it. Um, so I hate crossover culture. And then the final comment: who would be worse as Kiryu, Young Ye or Moist Critical? Young Ye is worse. Moist Critical would at least be funny. In like an ironic way, it would actually be funny. Young Ye is
Sorry.
not funny. Young Ye is not a naturally funny person like Moist Critical is.
I don't know. Moist Critical, he's freaking funny.
He's
Like
hilarious.
I saw his reaction to him winning the award. He's all
Yeah,
like, whatever.
Yeah,
Didn't care.
yeah. I love how
Didn't
I
care.
love how deadpan he is. It's so funny. I'll say this about Young. I take him over the anti-woke people. I feel like they're the same thing though. Just from like it's like two sides of the same coin. They're both like chasing the same kind of grift. It's just I guess Young Ye is less obnoxious and doesn't lie as much as the anti-woke people do, but that's a whole nother conversation. They're like Tim Pool. Yeah, I would get that. Thank you for watching XYZ. But anyway, that's gonna be the end of the stream today because I have to. Damn, we almost did like 3 hours of this. I didn't expect to go on for
Yeah.
3 hours, but holy shit,
3 hours. Holy
3 hours. Oh man,
That's probably our longest time we've had. Maybe.
maybe.
I don't know.
I think we've done things that are that as long as 3 hours, but I just didn't expect this to be like 3 hours long. And there were like far more people than I expected because I don't normally stream on a Saturday, but I have to do stuff tomorrow, so I couldn't. But
I mean, well, to be fair, I think me being a part of it also kind of was kind of maybe helped it out a little.
I will reserve a snarky comment just to let you feel like just to, never mind. I'll reserve my snarky comment. So anyway, so thank you, Richard, for coming by. This has
Of
been
course.
the no, I don't want to play as Ichigo in Fortnite. Shinobi, no thank you.
Oh gosh,
No.
no.
Um
You know Kim Kardashian's in Fortnite now too,
is
right?
she?
Yeah, she's
I
in.
guess that
She's.
shouldn't surprise me. I guess
I'm.
not.
I'm just like
Fucking everybody is in Fortnite.
they're putting porn in video games now.
I don't have a problem with that. It's just don't
You
put it
know,
in fucking
but
Fortnite.
children play Fortnite. We
Yeah. I
shouldn't
mean
give
children play
children.
Call of Duty to be fair, and you're like blowing people's brains out. And I mean people play GTA 5 and that has like I think that has anal sex in it at one point in the or like doggy style
Oh
or
my
something
gosh.
like that in the campaign. Because there's like one mission where you're spying on like a celebrity, and I'm pretty sure it must be doggy style. I must be like overthinking that, but it must be doggy style that she's getting.
Oh my
But
gosh.
anywho, that's not how I thought it would end this. But anywho, thank you, Richard, for coming by and doing this. I know this was like last minute, so I appreciate it.
No, of course, I
Um,
had nothing better to do with my life, so
oh,
I didn't.
well, thank you. But thank you everyone else who came by. Thank you, David. Thank you, Nero. Thank you, Shinobi. Thank you, Reticle Gaming, and thank you. I think I said Nero, but thank you again, Nero. Thank you, XYZ, and thank you to everyone who watched, who also didn't comment. I appreciate you watching. And this was our first full-on post-mortem of the Game Awards, even though I probably spent like a quarter of this video babbling about Yakuza. I would imagine it's probably just me talking about Yakuza as like a quarter of this video. But yeah, I love Yakuza. Suck it. It's like I'll talk about Yakuza all the time. Just fine. So anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.
Later. Yeah.